Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Outlaw Radio has returned. It is the Hump Day edition. Outlaw Radio, people over politics on a Wednesday evening. Hope you're doing well. My name is Kevin Barnes. I'm the host of Outlaw Radio, the militant with a microphone and mouthpiece of the movement, aka the Negro Whisperer, in some circles known as the world-class smartass, certified professional life coach, world-class smartass. I am the Negro Whisperer. I'm here to bring you Outlaw Radio. What is Outlaw Radio? It is a foundational Black American platform. Well, what do you talk about? We talk about Black people. What about Black people? What do you want to know about Black people? What's going on with us? What's important to us? What do we feel? Some shit we don't care about. You know, Black people be like, sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't give a fuck about this shit, right? Yeah, it's a Black person who won the Stanley Cup in hockey. You're like, I don't fucking know about this. It ain't got nothing to do with me, right? But on here, we're going to talk about things that matter to us, and specifically Black men. This is what makes my show probably more uniquer. I don't know if that's a word. Uniquer than other shows because it's Black men and it's from our perspective. So, hey, it's a number attached to the show, 262-202-5131. One more time for the remedial people, 262-202-5131. Y'all can call in. The chat room always pops. Case in point, my man 50 Grand Dion in the chat room early talking about Kev under an alias name, of course. Mr. Carter in the building. What it do, man? Which doctor? What's going on with you, partner?
Peace. How y'all doing out there? Welcome to Outlaw Radio, where we talk that talk and we definitely walk that walk. Raising vibrations and elevating thought. Y'all better come on in. I'm trying to tell you, I am the Black woman lover, the Black man's brother, the culture teacher, hood healer, the ghetto witch doctor, the real OG. Hey, mama, there go the sea moss, man. Make your way to the house of vitality, man. Let me boost your immune system. It's that time of year.
It is entirely that time of year because the weather's changed. Winter has crept up on your ass, whether you know it or not. A lot of us walk around congested. Hey, what's up, cuz? So y'all got to get with Kamar, man. Get that phlegm out your chest. We also got our other correspondent with us tonight. He back for the first time. He's a new outlaw, Kamar. He's duly deputized now. He's getting his feet wet. So, you know, we got to walk the little homie through the process. You can put the cup down, Ian. No bourbon for Ian. No. Put the cup. Hey, you got to. Oh my God. That is not what I wanted. Well, we got to put in some kind of anti-drug and anti-alcohol policy for our employees. Ian Jordan, man, what's on your mind?
Man, not much, man. I'm feeling really good. We had a couple of political races, and we had these Democrats. Although you know we're not Democrats or Republican, but we had these motherfuckers basically tell Trump to go fuck himself. New York got a Muslim socialist mayor. Let's get some love in New York. Yeah, that was wild. I never thought I would live to see that, but I'm excited.
This is funny. I'm gonna send this link to Sean Moore one more time, y'all. I'm gonna do it live. I'm gonna do it live on the air, so he can't say I didn't get it.
You was talking about he old before.
Yeah. This is what you talking about? Oh yeah. Girl, goddamn internet. Oh, but you're right, Ian. And so this has been a summer, a year, if you will. The first year of Trump's presidency has been what we predicted to be political upheaval. Yeah. We talked about the judges being forced to do their jobs, especially federal judges, in terms of injunctions and blocking things that need to be blocked or held up. So I said when we were, you know, everybody was shaking in their boots like, oh, Lord, if Trump get reelected, we's going back to Africa. We on Outlaw Radio was like, no, we're not. Chill.
So we's going back to Africa.
Just chill, man. Okay.
God
so
damn.
With what's happened now, with what Trump has done in our country, it's just been a year of fucking craziness. And you are right. And I kept saying the midterms are so important. What you want is the blue side. And once again, party pooper over here. We poop on both parties, not a Democrat, not a Republican at all. Both are bullshit. Both have been egregious in their treatment of us.
Yes.
And but just to look at how this game is being played between two dominant parties, you keeping score, right? So you're saying there was some movement on the blue side. But I ask you this, my brother, is it enough? Is this the beginning of the avalanche, or just a little like they want to say it's a small thing?
You already know what I'm finna say. Probably already know it's not enough. But the thing is, though, it's I mean, it's a little small victory, whatever, man. But these Republican motherfuckers are in control. I mean, they're blatantly, what up, Capo? They blatantly doing their thing, man. So it's probably going to get to a point, Kevin, like you said, where we really, really, really have to keep the pedal to the floor, man, and just keep on moving, because this is nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was good to see. It was good to see some, some MAGA crybabies and shit online, these snowflakes. It was cool to see the shit. But like you said, brother, it ain't nowhere near over. You ain't lying.
I mean, we needed a statement to be made against all of this bullshit. But I don't know if this is enough, but I ain't gonna shit on nobody's parade.
No.
Sean Moore, you finally got the link, man. You all good? How you doing, man? What's popping with you tonight?
I'm good, man. Listen, I don't want to, do what everybody else was doing. So happy birthday to you, brother. You know what I mean? Happy birthday.
Hell
I don't want to join the crowd. You know what I mean? What's happening, real OG?
Why you wouldn't join the crowd? First of all, hold on, Sean. Let me look. First of all, let me say this. I'm not even a sentimental dude, right? But shout out to everybody who said happy birthday to your boy online. I'm talking about hundreds of people, right?
See, and if I would have said it would have took the shine away. It would have been it's all up. Took the shine away.
So even to the people, what I gotta say is this: to the people who I don't even know, I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know you. They like, yeah, happy birthday, Kev. Have a good time. Who the fuck is this? Thank you, thank you. So man, you shouldn't. It would have been all the same, man. But I hear you. I appreciate the sentiment. Yes, it was.
I want to tell you virtually, personally.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice one. Virtually, personally.
I know. And I'll be coming up with, that's what I do.
All right. That's like run walk. I was run walking.
No, it's a little better than that.
Hey, listen. Once again, I like that Ian pointed to the fact that some political statements were made. Sean, I know you're not really a political party dude either. So how do you think about the movement that was made?
I really don't know what you're talking about, because I've been wrapped up in something else, trying to complete something for the last 2 weeks. I ain't been. All I know is that he honoring his word. What you mean? Shit,
no. Like Ian, wrap this up for him, because this is the beginning of the midterms, in which now we didn't have any elections here. But
I know about the elections.
It's starting to trickle down. And what happened was some Democrats made some way. So, Ian, talk about that once again, so Sean can know where we're at.
See, this is the thing, Sean. What's funny about what's been going on is they was trying to say that this motherfucker, what's his name? His name is Zoran Mamdani. Now, he's the...
New York.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about that? Considering as far as 9/11 and everything that happened, the fact that he a Muslim and he won in New York and they was shitting on dog. The significance is the irony, bro.
Well, hold on. That's if we put that tag on all Muslims, right?
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
But that was personal.
Oh, of course.
That attack was personal, right? That wasn't against all of us.
No, it really wasn't.
You know what I mean? That was to affect certain people behind certain things that weren't honored.
So also, if I understand this correctly, he's also a socialist, correct?
Yeah.
So let me tell you all, for people who don't know,
Muslim socialist.
People who don't know what this is, let me explain socialism to people.
I love it.
And you have to understand, I don't want to throw words around people like, what the fuck that mean, socialist? So there's a political movement, socialism. And long story short, is based on the government basically taking care of people who are poor. This is what it's based on. There's a lot of different parameters to it. You can go and read the different perspectives of the Russian socialists. I'm gonna tell you this: here in Milwaukee, we had 3 socialist mayors in a row.
We got a socialist alderman right now.
But I'm saying, just hear me out.
We got a socialist president right now.
The basis for socialism in America, no other city had done it. Milwaukee was the first one. And this is why, in the first part of Milwaukee's existence, it was such a progressive city. It was governed differently. Milwaukee held a reputation of clean government, clean streets, and low crime up until at least the mid-'80s when Sean first jumped off the porch. So
I jumped off the porch in the 70s, though.
He didn't start till Sean, but I'm saying
you're lying. No, you're lying. I jumped off the porch in the 70s. So that was them dudes that jumped off in the 80s. I wasn't a part of that. No.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm gonna give you credit for fucking it up earlier than I thought you did. Then.
Nah, I played my part. Don't get me wrong. I played my part, but I ain't.
Let me go to the chat room. Let me go to the chat room, y'all.
Trump is by the way.
Landon Deadman. Landon, what's going on, my brother? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in, y'all. Please share this show. Please share it. Erica Hunt, she said, I'm holding my union members down. Got them some raises and moving to negotiate another. Let me read the comment. Her union members a nice raise, and she moving to negotiate another contract in a couple weeks. Brenda Peterson, shout out to Brenda Peterson in the Twin Cities in the chat room. She said he has a very strong housing background. He's going to do great things. Are we talking about the socialist Muslim in New York?
Yeah, that's exactly what she's referring to.
Okay. Now, Minneapolis had a Somalian who was running, and he was for his people. This is for La Raza, and he didn't win. He's like, no, you're doing too much. He was up there talking in their languages. Oh, no. Your ass out. Let him on no airplane. That's a bad joke. I'm sorry. No, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. 262-202-5131. Y'all can call in. Call in and get into the conversation. What'd you say, Ian?
The nigga ain't finna take the Delta down. Don't say that.
Well, I don't know. He showed up in the class and said, we don't even need to know how to land, and left. What the fuck? Somebody should have questioned them. Hey, stop them before they get in the car. What was that shit about?
You gonna get us kicked off of Facebook? Stop.
Nobody reported the fact that they was taking flying classes and said, we don't need to know how to land.
Kamar. Stop this nigga, man.
He's not lying, bro.
He's not.
I like race jokes. I like race jokes. I'm cool with that.
I love it. It's so motherfucking funny.
That's not a joke, though.
It's true. No, it's true. It's absolutely true. That's why it's so
the pilots of 9/11 allegedly were taking flight classes in Minnesota to get their license to fly commercial airlines.
Yeah, and they was not allegedly.
They said, we don't need to know how to land, and they left, and nobody did anything. That's strange.
They really said that.
Yeah, yes. That's what they said.
Yeah, that's an FBI document. That's exactly what they said.
The FBI said this. Like, no red flag. If that was 2 black dudes, them niggas wouldn't even got in the car. Hey, wait a minute, guys.
Niggas have been dead at the door.
Earth, Wind, and Fire? You're not going to land? What the fuck is going on?
The irony when you said
pull up to the Weed Man house. We're going to pull up to the Weed Man house.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Land that motherfucker down on Concordia.
I'm gonna have some clips for the show this week.
Land that motherfucker on Concordia. Let me get running here and grab me an 8th.
Right. See a pack of cigarettes. Nigga, did you just get off a 747 on 27?
Hell yeah, we killing shit out here.
I don't need to know how to land.
Kamar, you still.
That's like me going to take my driver's license test, and when I get done, he'd be like, all right, let's work on your brake.
Oh, my God.
I don't need to know how to stop. I'm just gonna stop. He gonna be like, fail.
747 riding on 60s and shit. Like
masterpiece
shit.
60s. But I said people over politics as kind of like a thematic angle for the show, and because I feel like and this government shutdown just demonstrated this. The political wranglings, the political games that they play on the backs of us is so stupid, and they're so inefficient and so ignorant that this entire country has been suffering because of them not being willing to say, Nobody ain't leaving until we fix this, because this is the whole country. This is the whole country we talking about. How in the fuck is y'all saying, okay, well, everybody can go home now? No, the fuck you can't. What that preacher say? Close the door. Close the door.
Close the door.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga.
Get this shit right. But there was also a lot of shit because of once they're gonna cut off SNAP, people gonna lose their food stamps. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I have to be honest. I seen some motherfuckers really in their feelings online about this shit. Like they was crying like they wasn't gonna get to eat. And I'm like, well, calm down, right? Well, it's gonna be chaos in the streets. Oh Lord, here we go. I mean, they even go there. They start singing spirituals as soon as something happened. Oh Lord, like calm down. Trump, now the judges once again did their job, ordered Trump to, you gotta release these funds. Now I'm hearing allegedly Trump has said, fuck that, I'm not doing it. I'm paraphrasing, of course. Is there any validity to this, Ian, that he
said? The thing is, no, this is what he says specifically about the SNAP benefits. He said that he's going to see what they can do logistically if they can release certain funds. So basically, if somebody's getting $500 a month, they're going to see if they can get at least $250 to $225. That's what I'm hearing. But the problem with that is that's going to be a state by state thing, and that is a conservative principle. I'm pretty sure the conservatives watching the show right now. And you do have quite a few, by the way. I meant to tell you that the other day. They know that they have.
I don't know them. I don't know.
Yeah, they watch the show.
Except for Orlando, I don't know them.
No, you got quite a few because motherfuckers I've been talking to quite a few people that I be going back and forth with. And it's just like, it's certain sides of the aisle that your ass should never be on. You should never be on the side of the aisle where people don't get health care. You should never be on the side of the aisle where motherfuckers don't get food. That shouldn't even be a side of the aisle you on. So that goes beyond politics. So, but far as
that's why I said people over politics. Like, listen,
no, that's a good title for the show.
And not to cut you off, but just every time somebody says that, they're cutting you off. Kev, I ain't trying to interrupt you, but you're interrupting the shit out of me. Okay, like I don't know what that's about. Just say, man, let me cut you off. Don't even be like, wait, without trying to interrupt, motherfucker. You are actively interrupting.
Crazy.
Something's wrong with you, man. For real.
He's snapping tonight, Capo. He acting a fool.
Something is wrong with you, man.
So when we say people over politics, meaning, and I don't know how this is justified. I can't get a straight answer. And Lord knows I've tried, from conservatives or people who support Trump.
Oh,
not even from a real antagonistic perspective. A simple question to them to say, how can you justify billions of dollars given out in foreign aid globally to multiple places, the Ukraine, Argentina, all these different places. But the argument here is whether people should have health care or food. But you have hundreds of billions of dollars that you willingly just give away. And then you come back to us and say, well, inflation is high. Well, yeah, motherfucker. Well, if you understand what inflation is basically printing more money than you actually need. So it's not valuable. So in essence, the value of a dollar goes down. People say, if we broke, why don't we just print more money? Because that would bring the value of the dollar down. And
that
so when you give away money like that and then come back to us and complain about government spending, you want to go after DEI and education departments, but you ain't saying shit about $229 billion given in a war effort overseas over the years. You don't let that shit slide. So
well, I was gonna say, Kev, okay, I'm on CNN. So everybody that's watching right now, you can go to the NewYorkTimes.com, and this is what they had far as in their article today. The government shutdown is at 35 days, 21 hours, and 59 minutes. And they're saying that President Trump threatened on Tuesday to deny food stamp payments for 42 million Americans until the end of the government shutdown, even though, like you just said, a federal court last week ordered the administration to continue funding the program. But hours later, that idiot, that's not in there, Carolyn Levitt, the White House press secretary, she said that the administration was fully complying with the order. At the same time, a group of cities and nonprofits returned to court to try to force the administration to pay the full benefit, not just half. And that's what I was saying about if it's $500, it's $250. So that's where the disconnect is. Honestly, publicly, obviously, they're saying they're gonna do it, but Kev, we all know on here they're not. but I
think
can't.
they have to. I think they will. I think they're dragging their feet. See, I was once again.
You think so?
This is these two parties playing chess. They occasionally they slow down to play chess. Most of the time they play checkers. But now when it comes to something like this, so there's wants and there's you got to remove this, you got to add this, you got to agree to this. There's filibusters. There's all kinds of stuff that a lot of people don't know goes into the equation. So in essence, they're playing a game on your back. Now I believe in the ninth hour that they'll pass something, but I also can say this: right now in America, we throw away more food just at fast food restaurants.
Oh God,
way more food than some third world countries. So I'm saying all this to say, if this becomes a thing where there's no food, you can't have a restaurant selling 2 million burgers a day sitting there, because guess what's in that building? Ground beef. And so if they don't give out hamburgers, we're gonna take the hamburgers. People over politics.
Are we not beyond the ninth hour though?
No, we're not, because people ain't starving right now. I mean, well, people are starving. I want to. If you out there,
we almost in the 25th hour though. We are.
No, I don't want to disrespect somebody like, man, what you talking about? I'm hungry as hell. No, I'm saying
we're a little bit past
the bedlam and the chaos of mass starvation is what people are really worried about. Like
we ain't there yet.
Okay.
People feel like we're walking the line anyway.
There's
a lot of people who feel like America is one step away from anarchy, and I'm here to tell you it's not. It's not. And it's not because you have a police force. Well, let's just say law enforcement in all of its entities, as well as the United States military. This country will never go into anarchy, because at the end of the day, they will shoot a missile from here to over there and get rid of you.
They did it in Philadelphia, Kevin. Remember the black neighborhood? They did it in Philadelphia where they burned us down in 1981.
Right. Yes, they did. So that's what I'm saying. So stop. So I want people to stop tripping like, oh, man, they're going to be running up in all this crazy. And that was they running in the pick and save. I don't know what's AI and what's not. I thought that they down there. Just somebody in Milwaukee running the pick and save. I was like, hey, looting? What is you looting for? But no, I don't think, Sean, I don't think we're in the end. I don't think this is like ground zero. Because we still have I worked with food pantries over the last 2 years. I've worked with food pantries. And I'm telling you, there's millions of tons of food that they still have stockpiled. So right now, if you don't have no food, you can go to Feeding America or Hunger Task Force, depending on what your area code is, and go get you some food for free right now.
Hold on. I want to add one thing before someone else comment. Now, you were talking about what they'll do before this happens. The bombing that I was asking about, I just did a search on Google. It was in 1985 in a West Philadelphia neighborhood where they were predominantly black, right? Obviously, we know that.
The MOVE organization. They're called the MOVE organization.
So that was May 13th, 1985. And the police dropped a bomb, destroyed 60 houses, killed 11 people, including 5 children. So just to give you a context of the extent that they'll go through to not let certain things happen. So your point with the anarchy shit, you are 1,000% correct. I do believe that. Yeah,
I don't want nobody to send me no video of a couple of dudes busting out some windows either. Talking about KFC is going down. If you don't get the fuck out of here, that's not it.
No, it's not.
Sit your ass down. Let me go to my chat room. I don't want to ignore them. Mariah Johnson.
What up,
Mariah?
My younger cousin, I should say. Good evening, she says. Erica Hunt, she said we was ugly for that joke. We did it. Who did an Erica Hunt joke?
Whatever, Erica.
Dion said he sees a full house. He said, shout out to Dion. He said it's a full house. Well, my mama said I could have company. So we might as well get it in. This is Carrie Walker Jones. How you doing, my sister? She says, has anybody read that all of this mess Trump is pulling is a blueprint from the Russians? I just read something called The Inevitable American Tragedy from some Russian former KGB propaganda expert. That's a mouthful. Man, a former Russian KGB propaganda expert. You got to go to school to be able to finish that sentence. And the person's name was Yuri Bezmenov. Yes,
I need to read that. Hold on.
She said it's deep. It even says what they're going to do to get us incited so they can fuck us up. Okay.
Hold on, what's KB? Let me take this down.
Inevitable
American tragedy.
Yeah, inevitable American
Yuri Bezmenov.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Brandon Peterson.
Hey, Kev, we had 26 shares and 64 views, just for the record. That's pretty good.
I don't care about that. I don't care
my fault.
I don't need an update on that. Kev, you got 29 shares.
It's looking good, though.
You can pay attention to that. I'm not even. I don't even care about
that.
I'm not. Who fucking cares? Brandon Peterson said, I still think Omar would have been better than Fry. Ranked choice voting. Boo. She said they're supposed to get half their stamps. Mama Jenkins in the chat.
Hey, Mama.
What's up?
She said, good morning, my Outlaw family. It says G. And she said, turn the volume up. Happy belated birthday. Somebody volume ain't right. It ain't mine. Somebody said, I don't know. Some, we gotta go. We always gotta go to Shine first.
Why me?
Hey, Mama, I was gonna say Mama Jenkins actually had a Facebook post where she was talking about her husband and how good of a man he is after she had her stroke and everything. And really, I was reading what she said, and it was just amazing to me because true love still exists. So I just wanted to put that in there. That's amazing.
Man, listen, Pops is Pops is a role model.
Yeah,
he's
an amazing man.
He's
amazing individual.
Yeah.
And when I was reading that, I was like,
him had a heck of a conversation the other day. Mama Jenkins came up to the store, right? And
then
called me when he got home. I ain't gonna talk about what we talked about, but we had a heck of a conversation, I'll tell you.
That brought a tear to my eye because I think like Kevin has it with his wife and his family and everything. I don't know as far as your two relationships, but when you have somebody that got your back like that, that's a true blessing from God. And he really, we should really, really praise stuff like that. And we love Mama Jenkins and the whole family. So,
the dope. When I met him, it was what I'm used to, what I grew up around. Because
exactly,
your family from Mississippi, where? Who is your people?
Louisville.
And then I went into their backyard and I seen the most beautiful man cave I've ever seen in my entire life.
Was it?
Immaculate.
And he built it by hand.
Yeah.
What did he have in it?
Everything.
Everything you can want.
What you want? I said you built. He said yes.
By hand.
He said, when I retired, I went to MATC
and got learned everything.
And then built it, and it's just phenomenal.
Everything, man. Phenomenal. Listen, they got so many books.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Shout out to Mama Jenkins, man. Appreciate Mama Jenkins.
What's up, Mama Jenkins? We love you.
Kerry Walker Jones said he's not releasing them. I have clients who are getting nothing. Jamu, Mr. Hill the Hood, brother Hill the Hood in the chat room. Man. He said, good evening, gentlemen. He said, people over politics. I'm glad you like that. I thought it was an interesting concept. I feel like at this point, we are just too partisan. Like our country should never be shut down because a few motherfuckers can't agree. When you got literally thousands of people who are supposed to be representatives, are supposed to have a voice that represent us. It's 90 million to 2. How do they get the power and the sway to be able to shut shit down? It's all just them just being old, racist, wealthy white people.
It's the same president, by the way.
That's what they beef is. See, white people beefing right now because they trying to figure out who the whitest. Like how black people like black people be going at each other and shit. You ain't black nigga, you ain't no real nigga.
Hey.
I bet you white people be like, you ain't no real hunky. You don't even do this. Yeah, man, what's real white shit over here?
I really don't think they call each other that.
I bet you they do.
I was going to say, as far as right now, the government shutdown, I think we're at the longest one in history. And ironically, the last government shutdown we had was the stupid motherfucker that we actually have in the White House right now. So give it up for President Trump for being a fucking moron and all of his supporters. Got to give him some love.
Now, they might do the morons and the hillbillies.
They do that.
I know.
Rednecks. They called each other rednecks.
Rednecks.
They do.
Every time I
redneck.
hear a black person say moron, I don't know why it makes me laugh. Like black people usually don't say moron, right? Like so, hear a black person, he's a fucking moron. It's like, bro, you've been watching CNN.
That motherfucker a moron, bro.
All right.
I say moron all the motherfucking time. An idiot ass dude. I fucking hate that guy. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry.
Ajamu says printing more money isn't as easy as it sounds for sure.
I don't know, because I don't know. There was a time when I used to people was
this nigga wilding, dog. Don't talk.
Hey, listen, man, statute of limitations over. I changed my life. What are you
so why it's like now you saying, well, no, this might be a good idea, even though I was prison for it.
No, I'm not saying
try
that.
this.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Son the gangster, that shit funny.
I'm not saying that at all.
He can't get away from it. He tries sometimes, but then he's like, hey, that's a good ass idea.
That hey, I knew people that was printing money.
Yeah, there's some people.
I did too. But damn, that's funny as hell. I love Sean.
It's some heavy duty numbers behind that too when you get caught.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they lock you up for that shit.
Yeah.
Let me see this. This is he says 40 million Americans. My gosh. God. I'm sorry. My God. Yeah, I know. Is what I'm saying. This is another thing we don't think about. There's way more people in this country than there are politicians.
Yep.
Like, you know, if the whole city of DC, the whole motherfucking DMV, that whole area said we all going to the White House and we gonna demand some goddamn change. It ain't shit Secret Service could do. It ain't shit nobody could do except the motherfucking army. There's no way we should be governed by a handful of people who make decisions. You're making decisions on people's lives that you will never even encounter. On just who really needs a SNAP benefit, right? Who needs medical care? This is somebody sitting a million miles removed from you that's suffering. You have no clue. He's sitting in a waiting room with no insurance, dying slowly, or her kids can't eat, and you just kicking it. You doing a press conference. That shit ain't fair. Mama Jenkins says, good day, not morning. I knew what you meant, Mama Jenkins. She said, it's good to see you all. I was informed that they sent letters out to people saying the SNAP benefits will not be available until the government opens back.
Shit wild as fuck.
Crazy. She said there was no, okay, so that was AI scene. She said there was no running. I didn't know, man. Because
niggas running all these snapping.
Man, we used to see you old as we is now. Sometimes that AI shit look real. You be like, oh, they done acting a goddamn fool. You like, wait a minute. That's Malcolm. That's Martin Luther King.
You know what's funny though, Kev? Like all bullshit aside, like I got a third of my staff, bro. Like we got, because as far as with the other company, me and my sister were a part of, we had to lay off 15 people because of the as far as the cuts. But the thing is, I have a third of my staff, bro. They on SNAP and they work full time. So this whole thing, no dog, and it bothers me so much. This whole thing where everybody on SNAP and all this other shit, it's wild because it's like that's not the truth. And these ignorant ass racist white motherfuckers love to be like, "Oh, it's time for you to get off your ass and get a job." Dude, I get so mad, and I tell people, and the only reason I'm still online is because I'm like, you know what? My father was a Black Panther, so I was raised to educate. Like, if I'm part of something, I need to share what I know. And I'm telling you, and I know y'all know this, but I'm talking about for like the viewers. Dude, it's just wild how these motherfuckers actually think. They think everybody that needs assistance is a lazy bum and needs to get a job. That shit is wild to me because it's not the case. Because you got tariffs, you got prices going up, and all this other shit. My fault, Sean. I'm gonna say one more thing.
Yeah, because
and you think
I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah, and you think, and you really believe
trying to help
it's just lazy. It's wild.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I used to be a union organizer too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Erica, bro. You about to get the union. They gonna visit your job because you got a third of your staff that got to supplement their supplement with food stamps. So Erica them come to see you, bro.
I'm in Arizona. They can't come, but I know what you mean.
Yes, they can.
He said they can't get out here.
Oh, shit.
There ain't enough gas. He said it ain't enough gas in the Cessna to get their ass out
there. Ain't enough gas.
Erica 3 days. Give Erica 3 days. She'll be out
I
there.
got rid of my Tesla. That's
I
funny.
said Tesla, that little ass airplane with them propellers on it. That's the one they got.
Don't tell Erica Nip that you was driving a Tesla either, man.
Oh shit. Listen, let me get the chat room, y'all.
Here's the Tesla. I sold it.
Oh Lord.
I sold it.
Oh,
I fuck Elon. I sold my shit, bro.
Brenda Peterson is in the chat room. She said, once food pantries are empty, our country's in big trouble.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me hold on, but let's say this. And somebody answer this question for me. So we have a food industry in this country presently, right?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the manufacturing and producing of all different kinds of food, from vegetables to meat to dairy to whatever, what have you, right?
Yes.
These entities, as of today, have not stopped producing, have they?
Right.
No.
They haven't stopped,
right.
Which means it ain't a situation where we out of food. We out of money that you give for food.
Buy the food.
We got food.
Right.
There's food out here.
We got food.
He's absolutely right. That's why that's so funny. He's absolutely right.
So we take the SNAP people, their ability to buy food. People who got money still gonna buy food. So that business gonna stay in, it's gonna stay going. Now, once again, the people who get SNAP are not the majority. So what I'm saying is we're not looking at a situation where like there's no food left in America.
That's a lie.
No, it's always because once again, not everybody's on SNAP. Not everybody needs SNAP to eat. Some people buy in bulk. So the production will continue. Now, when I get worried when they start saying all of the crops done died in the fields, the chickens and all the animals, all that's just dead. Everybody know ain't nothing even being produced. Then I say, oh shit, time to grip up. I don't know if y'all know what that means. Time to grip up. Time to grip up. This is Erica Hunt. She said, Sean, don't start.
I'm on your side. What are you talking about?
But she switched it up. She said, go to Sean first because he's an old man.
Wow.
Cuzzo said it's definitely a blessing to have true love. I can tell you this, man.
Yeah,
I can tell you this. And this is a season for me that's wow, because August is my wife's birthday. October is my anniversary. November is my birthday. December is my daughter's birthday, right? But I can tell you one thing that any old man should be able to appreciate at our stage. You need somebody who's gonna be there for you.
Yes.
Even you an asshole sometimes. Sometimes you be on some bullshit, right? You talk a lot of shit. You know how we is around the house. Hey, motherfucker, I'm a man, goddammit. When some shit break on you, oh shit, I can't feel my right hand side. You need somebody that's gonna sit in that ER with you and say, you're gonna be all right. It means a lot. It just to have somebody who
it does.
Who's gonna be there for you saying, nah, man, this is serious. What's going on with you? So I can appreciate that from a Black love perspective. Urban Legend in the building, Urban Legend RC. What's going on, my brother? Well, y'all know I'm an RC fanatic. I rock with Urban Legend. He said, move over, DL Hewley. The People's Network is on the rise. Ain't that something? That's a beautiful statement. I would love to interview DL Hewley. I think it would be a very great interview.
That would be interesting.
She said, thank you. Thank all of you. I love you all. There's nothing too hard for God. The volume was a stated from the New York mayor of New York for Trump. I don't know. Maybe I lost it on the end of that line. I'm sure she'll straighten it out. Who we got else? This is Erica Hunt. She said, you're not paying enough. If you have a lot of employees on SNAP, no shots fired. I'm just a labor organizer. Oh shit. So she coming at you, Ian. She like, I
told you, bro.
You ain't even in me class.
Man.
She said you ain't paying enough.
It's true. No. Like I wish we could offer more money for our services, but we can't. So man. So when people coming in, the most they can make starting off is about $17.50 an hour.
Okay,
it is what it is. Yeah.
Well, we talking about, but this ain't. A lot of times we talk about wages. This is something you learn as a grown man, because you get a job when you're young. You're working at Pick and Save. You're working at Kmart, some shit like that. You don't understand the value of benefits. The benefits is what a good job. That means I can get my teeth fixed. I can get my eyes looked at. I can go to hospital. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to assume all that costs. That's what you need on the job as you getting older. Because
yes,
shit
sir.
now. So you say, man, because I can't work a job now that don't got insurance. Like in that interview, it'd be over real quick. Unfortunately, Mr. Barnes, we can't offer you benefits. I'd be like, you motherfuckers.
I'm getting that right now where I'm trying to hire like other people because we're trying to expand. They don't want to do it. And I'm not mad at them. No, I'm not mad at them.
Some people say, fuck that. I need this job. Because there's supposed to be Obamacare and there's supposed to be public insurance that you can apply for, COBRA, and through the state with all this kind of stuff, because medical care, being denied medical care when you fucking breaking down, that's just inhumane. It's just inhumane.
Well, yeah, but have you seen the increase that they talking about? And
who got WNOB playing in the background? I'm hearing Levert or some shit.
I ain't got nothing.
Al Jarreau in the background. We're in this love together. What's going on? What are you doing, son?
I thought it was anyway.
Right. Sound like we got shit. Can't really step it up.
I'm like, nah, but if I'm not mistaken,
my fault,
a couple that's at 60, right? Their premium is jumping like 46-47%, if not higher.
Jeez,
that's so funny.
And listen, this is in 2026.
The price of everything has gone up. MPS, listen, MPS just got a 1.6. Their budget is now $1.6 billion.
Yeah.
Their budget, their operating budget.
You said their budget is at 1.6?
It just was approved. $1.6 billion.
Let me see the latest developments. Hold on.
Yes.
No, go ahead.
Property tax levy, once again, getting raised. The city of Milwaukee said they writing tickets. Now, if you got some tickets, your shit's getting towed in Milwaukee. That's what they're telling you. If you have any tickets, because they have something like $19 million in unpaid tickets since like 2018 or something like that. Yeah, so there's the price of that. The city of Milwaukee is projecting budget pratfalls or budget deficits in the next 2 years. The price of everything is fuck. They just pay, and they raised this whole tax, this Act 12. What used to be $1 now $2. But I don't see them bringing anything in to generate this revenue. You've been
saying that for a minute though, Kev. Just to give everybody context of what you just said, Fox 6 put in there, the brief context. It says the Milwaukee Public Schools Board of Directors approved a $1.6 billion budget, raising you were just talking about this, the tax levy by 2.95%. Homeowners with a $200,000 homes will pay $16 more in property taxes. So it is what it is. But
you also have to understand too that the city of Milwaukee has admittedly inflated the value of homes to boost the property tax revenue over the years.
In the mortgage industry.
And so the fuck over is they will tell you this motherfucker worth 70. Fair market value is worth 15.
The city assessment. Yep, the city assessment goes way lower. It's weird because I don't want to even go into detail. I've been sipping a little bit tonight, but I worked for a company called Aegis Lending. I started everything in finance, and my business partner, we started in the subprime industry. So what's funny about what you just said, back then you could send pictures of credit reports. You could white out shit. I ain't got to go into detail. I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah, don't tell us how you rob somebody of their pension.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into detail about that.
But you talking about me? Shit.
Exactly. No, it's funny you said that, Capo, because honestly, though, bro, like it was so many different ways to hustle. Like it wasn't ways to hustle just for selling dope. You could literally, if you was cool with an underwriter, like I had a guy, real quick, Kevin, I'm gonna shut up. I had a buddy.
You won't shut up. You'll keep talking.
It's not going to happen.
I had a buddy who was fucking an underwriter, right? And he was dicking her down good. So long story short, we was getting every loan approved. And like anytime I put some shit through, it was always good. And we did some shit called room rent. And when you did room rent,
this is a hypothetical, right?
No,
yes, it is, sir.
This is
No,
hypothetical.
Kev. No. Capo's right. This is
a
hypothetical. It could have happened.
You just said the statute of limitations was up, so you could tell
I
it.
said for me. I wasn't talking about him.
No,
Capo,
you already admitted that you print money.
Capo,
well, let me give y'all a synopsis of the show.
This was 2000.
Sean is an admitted counterfeiter. Hold on, Sean is an admitted counterfeiter. He said he prints money. Ian is now talking about mortgage fraud and wire fraud. I want y'all to get the names right. The people who are listening to the show. So I don't want to be Vlad and y'all blame Kev when niggas get indicted. Y'all go ahead, keep telling us about what else y'all stole.
Okay, so the thing is though, because Kevin actually makes a really good point, so I'm gonna shut up. But my point is, no matter what happened, this shit was easy back in the day. It's not as easy now. No way.
It's not. But I want people, when we talk about the property tax levy, I want to talk about that for a second. Now, Landon Deadman, he said, "What I missed? I just tuned back in."
You better rewind it and go on YouTube because this shit cracking.
This Outlaw Radio is you ain't really missed nothing. Erica said I made a couple calls. She said I'll make a couple calls. We got members across the nation.
Oh God, Erica, why are you coming after my gangster?
Have your ass somewhere missing.
Right.
She said, "Sean, I'm dead because I sent the message right before you made that comment." LOL. Shout out to Mariah. I wish I could read emojis. I don't know what that one means. That means
strong.
It means strong.
I thought somebody wanted to arm wrestle.
I love your cousin. She cool as fuck.
I didn't know what that was. Mama Jenkins said the new mayor of New York told Trump he got 4 words for him, and that's to turn up the volume.
I saw that. That was wild. That was good, actually. It was funny. I liked it.
The hell? I'm scared behind that shit. Carrie said, I saw the motherfucking ticket checker out there with a damn measuring tape. They ridiculous.
Why is Mama Jenkins not on the show, Kev? I gotta ask you that. Why is Mama Jenkins not on the show? She need to be on the show once. My mom was gonna call in, but she was nervous.
First of all, Mama Jenkins been around these parts a long time. If she wanted to be on this show, she could have been on here how many years ago, Sean? I mean,
yeah.
My mom wanted to go at Orlando.
If she want to call in, she could call in. She has full access to the show, so it's whatever she want to do. I don't even got to ask that question.
It's funny. It's funny because my mom wanted to call in. She wanted to go to Orlando because he said the shit about RJ that she not black enough or whatever. My mom from the street, she was fucking mad at that nigga. She was.
She got to get a T-shirt because everybody hates Orlando, not Chris.
No, we love Orlando.
Orlando knows what the deal is.
Yeah, Orlando, I like a lot of shit about Orlando.
Despite what y'all think about him, he's not an idiot. He's not dumb.
Dude, he graduated with honors from fucking Morris Brown. That's how
I don't know how much that means because they went out of business 2 years later, so I don't know what that means.
You so oh God, I hate you. You so fucking funny.
He know how to rain on the rain.
Kevin's right. I know what he's saying. Stop.
I can't talk shit because I went to Cardinal Stritch and they just closed. I mean, get myself one of these and shit. They turned on the TV one day. They was like,
wild, what the fuck? I'm not finna say nothing else. Kev, stop. Crazy. You a fool.
I went to ITT or some shit.
He said ITT.
Brendan Peterson said, well, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will go soon, so it'll all be private. Will be gone soon. Shit. Yeah, I think, and we talked about this. That I think Trump's mission is to privatize. This is just my theory. I think his mission is to privatize things that are now public, so that him and his cronies can obtain these agencies and get that money too. So it's like we want to own this government. That is kings. That is dukes and duchesses and all this shit to say. So this is what he's trying to do. Because you're talking about, well, I don't get rid of the DPI and I want to get rid of any federal oversight. But then you go into the states and you say, well, if there's no public schools, where the money's going to come from, then there's going to be major corporations that'll say, we got it. So now what you have is publicly funded education. And that curriculum is going to be all over the place. Because they're going to be building straight consumers in them classes. Your ass going to learn coupons 101 in kindergarten. You're going to be in first grade knowing how to shop.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what Trump wants to do. Mariah Johnson said not SIP and volunteering information. Not sipping and she said not sipping and volunteering information. I think she talking about Ian.
Yeah, she talking about me.
Yeah.
You know, I love your cousin, bro.
We ain't never doing nothing together.
Ian is be like a pirate by the end of the
Nigga,
show.
that was 25 years ago.
Ian be at the end of the show like, shiver me timbers, Outlaw Radio.
Hey, you know what's funny? My cousin is Jerry Walker, and I ain't never said nothing. There we go.
Okay. I would have to learn what the significance of that is. I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm not up on that history.
That's
Erica Hunt said, answer the phone. You don't tell me what to do, Erica. Let people kill me with that. Answer the phone, nigga. Like, what? Hold on. Hold on. Like, she said, she want me to cut your mic off, man. Cuzzo said, cut his mic off.
He ain't got a high tolerance. Oh, my bad, KB.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, what's that? I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm cutting you off. So here's the thing, because it's now November, right? Y'all come on in, everybody from the 414.
Yeah,
we had this new appointee, and I don't want to. Okay, I'm gonna be petty. So we had a new appointee of this Office of Wellness and all this kind of thing, and he came in on a gust of wind. He's a Puerto Rican Superman, right?
He gonna apply that pressure. That pressure.
Yeah, he came in. He said he bringing pressure. He said he finna this
pressure.
shit. Y'all ain't ready for this.
Who you talking about?
Is he on a milk carton? Where is he?
Who?
I got the answer. But anyway,
where he at?
Let me look him up. Who are you talking about?
Okay, so his name is Adam Porcel. He is the head of the Office of Wellness and what?
Community safety.
How do you spell the last name?
Procel.
Is it
P-R-O?
Is it pro or poor?
Okay, Procel, Procell, Milwaukee. I got it. Oh, that's the nigga you be talking about every week, Kev.
Oh, hey, man, hold on, man. Check this out, though. You know, he wasn't prepared for this, bro.
He was in jail, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't that nigga go to jail? Didn't he kill somebody or some shit?
Yeah.
Bring that nigga on the show.
No, I don't want to talk to him.
No, I reached out to Jasmine Crockett too, by the way.
I don't want to talk.
I sent a message a week ago. I
don't want to talk to Adam Procel. Not at this point.
Why not?
I'll explain it. Give me a second.
Yeah,
but first of all, Dion, I haven't been watching the phone, so y'all got to realize I'm singing and playing the piano at the same time. You answer the phone, nigga. What's wrong with you? I'm not always sitting here looking.
We having fun with your ass, by the way, too. The day after your birthday month, I guess.
You having fun with that?
You having a lot of fun
with that Jesus juice in your glass. Right. You the only one tickled and shit. He like,
I am not Michael Jackson on the airplane.
Mikey Davis, what it do,
Mikey?
Hey, what's up, Mikey? How you doing, brother?
Mikey, man, what's going on, family, for life? Kerry Walker said, where the fuck is Waldo?
He gonna find out.
Right, where's he at? She said, Procel went to get some milk. So check this out. I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't want to talk to him. Once again, y'all can. I'm looking at the phone now, so if you want to call, you can call. Like, just relax. I don't think he's done anything. I listen. If I saw him making moves, if I saw him as something, and if y'all know what he's doing, y'all seen him yesterday at the Fondy Mall. Please let me know. Yeah. I'm saying if he starts to come with an impactful movement, I'll say yes. Let's talk because I want to know what the plan is. But I haven't seen that yet.
Hey, no, I haven't seen him at the Fondy Mall. However, maybe that's the reason to have him on the show. Like that, because he ain't did shit. We ain't heard nothing. Like maybe that's
you've been saying that for a minute. Kamara, you guys have been saying that for a minute or whatever. Y'all have been saying that.
We're saying what?
You've been saying that he ain't been doing shit.
Well,
y'all been saying that for a minute.
See, let me play advocate. Hear me out.
Hold on. He ain't said nothing in 3 days. I want to hear what he got to say.
Yeah, I do too.
Hear me out. I'm saying like maybe that's a reason to have him on the show. You know what I mean? Because see, like one of the things is us holding people accountable, holding these leaders accountable.
Yeah.
Like what's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's the plan?
Yeah, you got to put him on.
Hold on, Ian.
We heard all this loud talk when you first got the job. We heard you talking about the shit you wanted to do, and you know what I mean, sticking your chest out, rooster walking and shit. You know what I'm saying? But what's going on? Like, you know, you see what I'm saying? So like that's
Kumar be on one, bro.
I agree with you, Kumar. That's a good point. That's a good point, Kumar. Hold on. That's a good point.
You're right.
And in some people's mind that's makes sense. I'm retarded, so I'm like I look at it like differently because I look at it like I'm just like, man, this me, man. But you're right.
You do it all the time.
With what we do, you are entirely correct. We should be sending invites to him to say,
yes,
come on Outlaw Radio and talk to them.
Yes, you let Orlando talk.
Absolutely. Can I play devil's advocate, right? Because
go ahead,
okay, so we got to be realistic at what he encountered, what he went into, right? What he accepted. You accepted an office that was in disarray for the last 4, 5, 6 years, right? Not just financially, right? Completely, no direction. When it came to the violence prevention part, I saw the scope of work. There was no scope of work. There is no fidelity within the organization. Okay. So everybody is, you got the promise keepers. Every team is doing what they think is best for that team, right? There is no directive. So he came in with a mentality that comes out of reentry. That's different than violence prevention.
Absolutely.
Right? No. Ain't no I.
No, it is.
It is. It's totally different, right? Just like trauma-informed care, which is what they practice now, is different than violence prevention, right? Violence prevention is proactive. It's
supposed to be proactive.
Right. You're supposed to have steps in place. There's a formula to dealing with irrational people. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's teaching that. Nobody has done it in years. He came into it from the reentry part after serving 25 years and being out for 5.
Exactly.
So he doesn't have any real lived experience outside of prison lived experience and the 5 years that he's been out here. I don't think he was given the proper amount of information about that office before he accepted that assignment.
And that's my point. That's why people like Capo should be in fucking office.
Right now, man, bro, you're not just dealing with gun violence.
Yeah.
You took on an office that focuses on health and they
and
took on violence as health.
Name. That's why they had to change the name.
Exactly.
Now, Kamar, I know for a fact you're the only panelist here who remembers when we brought Reggie Moore and that incarnation of the Office of Violence and Prevention on here. Yes. Oh, yes, you were.
I remember.
Yes, Sean was on the panel too.
It almost didn't happen.
Well, it was some ducking and dodging for a minute, and then
Once he found out Sean was gonna be on the show, he was like, "Oh no, man!"
Yes,
I sat and talked to the homie Hamid, rest in peace. I sat and talked to him, man, for about 3 hours that day. Remember, Ken?
Absolutely.
And got him to come on, and then they came with like 50 people.
They came with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And it made it. You know what that made it? It made it very hard for anybody to get a real definitive answer about anything. And it also turned into one of them situations where people were chiming in and putting more focus on their tag-in line than what we were talking about. So people, well, now who are you? Well, I just happen to be the representative and the ambassador of the Backstreet Connections of Street Violence and Anti-Prevention with Christianity and Muslim Islam Toast Tactics. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who are you? And everybody like, yeah, go ahead, brother.
You
I'm like,
ask
this
one
is
person a question, they deflect it off to somebody
It
else.
bounce, right?
all around the room,
and
all
you never
around.
get the answer.
Yep. So that's why I said Kamar personally. I guess I'm jaded from that experience and saying I don't even want to talk to him.
Right.
I don't even want to talk to him.
I would love to have a conversation with him.
My whole thing is just that, you know what I mean? We the media.
This is
you
true.
know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't have a side to say, really. Like, we just reporting what a motherfucker is, or we should have a side to say. But you know what I'm saying? It's just our job to report it and do the interview.
And
it ain't about whether
out.
we like the motherfucker or not.
Yeah. You know,
well, no,
you feel like, I want to ask him, do you feel like you took on too much?
Well, okay.
Do you feel like you was prepared for
right.
this?
Y'all both right. But what I want to say is it ain't about me not liking him because I don't know him.
Right.
I said I didn't want to talk, not because I don't like him.
Right. Well,
my whole thing was like, you haven't done anything. Like it's all like you came out with all of this thunder with your Johnny Walker suit on, and you was like, yo, I'm putting that, if I ain't putting enough pressure, he can fire me and all this shit. And then you walk through your first day on the job, you walk and say, this is where I shot the nigga at. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. Please forgive me.
Like all the other politicians.
And I'm not making light of the young man's murder who he killed either. But he walked through the neighborhood and this is where I killed him, and this is why I'm who I am. And then when he went to the Dominican Republic for vacation and some shit, like, I don't know. Where is he?
I think he back now. I think he got back last week.
Just now getting back? It's November. He cannot just be getting back. He got hired in June.
Well, I don't know when he left on this trip. You know, I did have a brief conversation with him. Okay. You know, we crossed paths in a joint.
Okay.
You know, he remembered me, and you know, I really wish he was the person, because we need solutions, right? Right now, man, I'm not confident in anybody in that office changing what's going on right now as far as the homicides. You know, homicides up, shootings down. That's not a good thing. That means that those shootings are becoming more lethal.
Well, I think what's important to understand, Sean, is the complexities, which we discussed here on Outlaw Radio, in particular, dealing with the North Side. Mm-hmm. When we start talking about organizations and organizing and grassroots representation, this is a very, very, first of all, so many silos. Yeah. And it's very hard to get everybody. And we know that from being involved in this for years, you and myself. Mm-hmm. And I said, he's not going to be able to make way simply because his reputation on the streets. Yeah, you did a murder on the South Side in the 90s and went to prison. Right. But we don't know you on these bricks. And we ain't really.
And that don't mean nothing.
We ain't quick to, jump on like, oh, he'll kill it.
Somebody might want to try you.
Exactly.
You talking about Cavalier?
You got this.
No, we're talking about Adam,
man. Somebody might want to try you because, hey, you know what? Dude think he tough, or
but,
you know what I mean?
Sean, we also had a reckless driving problem. Mm-hmm. Now, that's in addition to gun violence, and we also still have we still have a very active opioid epidemic in which there are people overdosing on fentanyl daily, right? And so you walked into some shit. You thought you was going to be able to say self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction, and it was going to be over. No, this is way more complicated.
The health department. The conversation that we had in 2014 with an older white lady from the Office of Violence.
I just need for somebody to turn WLUM off. Please don't play the radio. Don't play music during the show.
Yeah. But she came and walked with us because they were the Office of Violence Prevention, and they had never done anything around preventing violence. So she shadowed us for a week. Then BBC came and shadowed us for a week. But she said it then that violence the health department should not have anything to do with preventing violence or none of that. No, she didn't want to take part of.
Well, you're talking about when the health department basically came out years ago and said that discrimination and segregation was a health hazard. But even at that point, I felt like they were doing that to justify getting some of the funding for programming in that area. And so we talk about the health department. That's who actually these offices, 414 Life and all this, they're part of it is the Medical College of Wisconsin, and part of it's the health department, and part of it's the city. Now, how united and connected are these three major entities?
They're not.
Okay, there we go.
They're not. They're not, right? And that's another reason Adam was not the initial choice. The initial choice backed out and chose not to take the job, right? So Adam, he was picked after that happened. God damn it.
The dog got out the cage?
Man, I don't know what that dog did. She made me forget my whole train of thoughts though. Yeah, but
he ain't got liquor, you got dogs. What the fuck is that?
He wasn't the initial choice, man. And going into it with that mindset, that reentry mindset, and then going into this vortex, because that's what he got into. This vortex of misinformation and confusion and disorientation, and nobody, bro, they still have Arnetta's name up on the voicemail. You have reached the Office of Violence Prevention. She's been there, 3-4 years?
I've never called her, so I don't know.
That's a sign, though. That's it's broken. It's broken.
It's a very precarious situation. It's a job you wouldn't want. It looks more shiny than it is.
No, you know what, though? I would want that job.
Well, you probably would, yeah. I can see how
you would. Because I'm a dysfunctional person anyway. It's going to take some dysfunction to deal with that dysfunction.
Yes.
It really is. And it's going to take somebody that knows violence, bro.
So hold on. So this is Eric Hunt. She said instead of cleaning it up, he went on a paid vacation. Kerry Walker Jones said he's collecting checks. He should be out here trying to figure some shit out.
Damn.
Orlando, what it do? Orlando, if you want to link, I'll send you one. If you want a link, I'll send you a link, Orlando. Erica said he took one lap around the hood and then took a vacation. I don't know. They down there in Burla or something. He said, fuck this. I'm going to Puerto Rico.
Hey, now hold on. He ain't no punk.
No, I know that.
He there to fight.
But I'm talking about him doing the job. This job ain't about fighting, though. I'm pretty sure he slapped the shit out of somebody. But
it is about fighting, but you got to be able to fight.
I'm saying physically fighting. This ain't about who ass you can whoop in your staff meeting.
Yeah. This political shit is so fucked up, bro. It really is.
Erica said, did y'all see the pay increases the police got?
No, yes, I did not.
I did.
What he do? Said, hey,
what up,
Deborah Jenkins said Mama Jenkins, the office has been useless since it started. Absolutely, Mama Jenkins.
That's what the lady was saying from the office, because she's like, I don't even know why they're calling it the Office of Violence Prevention. We're the health department.
Yeah. So I mean, and I don't want to. Once again, I'm not gonna lean on him too hard because he's just a tool. He's a hack. I mean, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying he's getting utilized just like the rest of us. The people that put him in place have no clue on what they even want. They actually are looking for a scapegoat, in my opinion. So they can say, no, we got this office. I hired this person. So I don't think they put him in a good position. Now, this is something that's very interesting. The club element where Milwaukee legend OG Young Twan was murdered this past summer. Feel funny to even say that. But wild. So they lost their license, Sean. And I know in the beginning of this, you was one of the first people on the scene saying this, they got to shut them down. And I said, I'm not going to lie. I said, why shut them down? I said, we need to change the culture. It ain't their fault that these people just do this kind of stuff. But they got closed down, so they didn't give a fuck what I said. They agree with you.
No, they didn't agree with me.
Okay.
My thing was close them down until we can fix. Right. Hold on. Don't hide yet. Don't hide yet. Right. Because those homicides didn't have to happen. Right. Those homicides did not have to happen. The police normally sit down there. Why when y'all down there that night? Right. Then Bauman raced his ass. He come back and he want to throw my complaint out and say that only the police can file the complaint. Okay, but why weren't the police down there? Then you tell the owner that he has to request that the police be down there. But the police stay down by Dukes. They stay down by Brothers. They stay down where the white crowd go. It's always police down there. So why weren't no police in front of Element? So my thing was, let's close it down and find out. Because I went to talk to the owner. I went and spoke with the owner. And our conversation wasn't about closing down and you gone. It's no, bro. I need you to work with the
community. I gotta clip this one up.
We can fix this.
This is a good one.
You did say that though, Sean.
Yeah, so we can fix this.
You said that back then. You said I told him that there's some things he's gonna have to agree to do to make it a safer space, and he agreed to do so.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna clip this one up because that's a good point, though.
But
why were the police down there and they weren't down there? That's a good point. I ain't gonna lie. That's a really
because of Bob Bauman, right? Now, police, even though the Ladybug Club had several shootings, the young lady Diamond was killed, right? 27. You didn't ask for the police report then. You didn't tell the police to make a report then. So why now? Because he didn't donate to your campaign?
You talking about some other shit right now.
No, I'm talking about some real stuff though. This is what we talk. Hold on. We going back to the start of the conversation where we were talking about those mayors that weren't about corruption. They was about fixing this. You know what I mean?
I agree with you on that.
And we have order people, man. And I know that, we talk about the mayor, but we got to talk about these orders that have just as much power as the mayor that continue to allow this stuff to happen.
But
Bauman is one of them.
I was going to say, hold that thought though, Capo, just to give all the viewers context, because, sometimes people watch and they wonder what's going on. Milwaukee police are set to receive a 15% pay increase through the new labor agreement, which Kevin was talking about, that includes retroactive pay from 2023 to 2025, which is 24 months, and is scheduled to be approved by the Common Council in November 2025. With that said, and everything posted on the internet, I don't know if it's already happened. So my point in bringing that up is,
yes, it's already happened.
It's already happened and it's done. So everything you guys are talking about, like, it really kind of makes a point. You know what I'm saying? It makes a very good point. Yeah, that I'm sorry.
We gotta ask the police though. Right? Y'all getting all this money. To recruit and do other stuff. Where is this money at? Because y'all have not graduated a full class in how long? What are y'all doing with that excess money?
Hold on, Capo. And it's funny. Continue right after I say this. The furloughs have protections until 2028. Go ahead. I just want to add the context.
What y'all doing with the money?
Absolutely right.
The money that y'all not using because y'all not graduating classes, KB. Think about it. They have classes of 60 and they graduate 25 to 28.
Ooh.
So
Capo, the retroactive pay is from 2023 until now. God damn, you making a really
and that's because the lawyer died, the person that was doing a labor contract.
They'll never say that shit, dog.
They know that though. The police know that. Right. The police union president know this, man. He knows this, but he talking about, oh, well, they didn't want to meet and do it. That wasn't it.
Kev, you see why Outlaw Radio is so important? I'm just fucking with you. I know you do. I'm just fucking with you. But yes, this is wild because I'm looking at it. They have all the shit in front of us. If you look at Google, it's just a regular Google search. And if you look at it, it says for 2 years, everything is included in the retroactive pay. And everything
that's not surprising because normally when there's a negotiation for a labor contract, there's retroactive pay involved because it's a slow process.
Everybody don't know that.
Even when I talk for MPS, we would work sometimes 2-3 years without a contract. When the new one was approved, you got retro pay, big check. My daughter got a lot of toys behind this shit, so it's that's the norm. My problem is not my problem ain't even that. My problem is that we continuously fund and pour money into organizations and entities in this city that are ineffective, such as MPS, who, and keep in mind, we just gave them a $252 million referendum. And then now we've given them, after this happens, there's a demonstration of malfeasance financially.
No one knows.
There's money missing. There's money missing.
Damn.
There's things that contracts that were allocated that shouldn't have been for certain individuals, Gerard Randall, and others who were able to kind of eat off a contract. And behind this, on the heels of this, we give them a $1.6 billion budget when they just told us, she just said last month that there's more referendums that may be needed in a year or so. Same thing with the Milwaukee Police Department. You ask a very valid question, especially during the summer, and this was a very violent summer. When we heard the story of the precinct, I forget which one, down in there where in the pit where one of the major crime areas was, they only had 2 officers on duty.
4.
Kev, throw another fact out.
It's 4. Man, 4 is so, listen.
But I'm talking about in the actual precinct. I thought there was like 1 or 2 people there, and crime was murders and shootings and it was going. The whole community was going crazy. And everybody was saying, where the fuck is the police?
Where are the police?
Yeah. Is that precinct 4?
I think it's 4.
Okay, I'm gonna look at precinct 4. Is that Milwaukee County?
It's in the city of Milwaukee.
Spring.
I'll put Silver Spring. See what Google comes up with. Hold on.
70th and Silver Spring.
Okay, I'll put Silver Spring. Hold on.
It was a JSO story. It's a JSO write up about it. Let me go to the chat room.
They put it right up.
Once again, y'all can call the show. The number is 262-20.
They really should call.
Let me do the chat room. Kerry Walker Jones said, "What is the mission of the job? It seems like a fall guy position." That's what I said. They set you up to fall on the sword. It's almost like middle management. I don't know if you've ever worked a job and you were a supervisor, but you wasn't a manager. You know, you're middle management. You don't really got no power like that. You can say a little shit sometimes. They tell you go in there and on Mondays you do this meeting, but you don't really make no decision. You're just one step away from a normal worker. And
that's another question, KB.
I feel like this was middle management. Go ahead.
That's another question we can ask him though. You know what I mean? How much authority do you have? Well, how much autonomy do you have, bro? Do you have? Yeah. You know what I mean?
First of all, what's your budget? And because that needs to be said too. But remember, there was money that the mayor even said when he got elected. They said it's like $1.2 million. They ain't even spend yet. The mayor said you bullshit. He didn't even know. He said you bullshit. Ashanti was like, well, you know, he be kind of sitting on that shit, player, man. You know, I don't know how Ashanti actually sounds, but no. So there got to be some money. There got to be some money spread out. Erica Hunt said he's a tool or space filler. Mama Jenkins says he has no experience in none of the job descriptions that this office oversees: domestic and intimate partner violence, sexual assault, child abuse, human trafficking, children witness to violence, community violence, gun violence, interpersonal violence, and intentional injury and homicide. First of all, that is way too much for one office to be responsible for. That's like Tuesday in Milwaukee and shit on Burlap.
but think about it, KB. It's the Office of Community Wellness and Safety, which means it entails more than that. I don't think nobody
Kerry Walker
really.
Jones. Kerry says, as a former bar owner, the police are not interested in helping black bars stay open. Erica Hunt says,
of course not.
She says, justice for Diamond. Beauty Watlington, because I always say her name wrong. Says the building substation. Oh, they're building substations on Port Washington.
They're so
and they're not thinking about us in the hood. They are doing the water wrong.
In Port Washington.
Oh, okay. In Port. Thank you, sir.
Hold on. I just want to add. I know the head of the show doesn't want to hear this, but
talk about you, KB.
Yeah, Kev. I ain't gonna lie, Kev. The show is doing very well tonight. The show is doing extremely well. A lot of people are sharing it. The show's doing well.
Thank you to everybody who's tuning in. It's not that I don't want to hear it.
They are.
It's not that I don't want to hear the show is doing well, but I don't need a numerical update. Like, we got 29 views.
I got it.
15 shares. Kev, it's only 6:30. No, you don't. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
I know I don't, but it's funny.
It's like I don't have to have your mic unmuted. Like we both make decisions here.
Don't mute me, Kev. Don't mute me.
Beauty said they're not thinking about the hood. She said the sheriff is a sheep. She is quiet. They got enough. We got enough problem with the goddamn jail. Why do the sheriff
leave us alone?
Shout out to the sheriff deputies, man, because I know they've enforced the shit out of some traffic.
For sure.
But I just feel like they need to be more intricately involved in some of the real shit that's going on.
For sure.
Man, listen, they don't want no parts of this mess.
No, it should be mandatory. It's called pooling the resource. Listen, and shout out to BT, Byron Terry, who calls the show from time to time. He was 30 years a sheriff deputy. Sure. And so I'm not saying they don't do anything, but I just feel like they'll come when it's a raid or something like that. But I feel like they need to be involved in the a day of things. Like I don't, and I'm not speaking because they might say, Kev, you don't even know what we do. We do this, we do that, we do this. I'm just saying the police are responsible for doing most of the heavy lifting, and they saying they're overwhelmed. So why is there not some kind of cooperative effort, some kind of cooperative initiative that can be launched to curb crime? She said, this is Kerry Walker Jones. She said the Eagles Club had police and standby ambulances. Wow.
She ain't lying.
Erica Hunt said, break that shit down for him, Sean. You and Erica have a very unique relationship because y'all got a real love. Like they love each other one minute and the next minute. Hey, fuck you, and shit. Like two old ass people.
Come on, man.
Where Orlando at?
They working on their shutdown with the underground cities. Hold on, let me read because he might have asked for that link. I'm gonna send him a link anyway.
Yeah, where is Orlando?
Big beautiful bill. She said, "Did you all vote? When is voting?
Yeah.
Did we vote and when is it?
Why would we vote and it's not time to vote for us?"
She said she want to know when it is.
I had a question for the OG though.
She said the police is underground planning.
I think the spring election's coming up, ain't they?
Yeah, some midterms coming, but because we got a gubernatorial race coming up, which I also want to talk about because this is very unique, y'all.
I'm trying to get my pardon papers finished, man.
The people who know how long we've been doing this know a very long time ago. I met this young brother by the name of Mandela Barnes, who was actually trying to run for to be an alderman, I believe.
Yeah.
And no, I take that back. He was running against Lena Taylor. Sorry, running against Lena Taylor. And nobody would give him a shot. Nobody would give him a speech. A space, a platform. I was doing live from 3041 Live. Shout out to Keith Terry. We were doing that down there at that time. I interviewed him. He and I became cool. He gets more involved in the Democratic Party. He becomes eventually the lieutenant governor.
Mm-hmm.
He loses to Ron Johnson for the Senate, correct? Mm-hmm. Now, he said, fuck it. Now, I am paraphrasing. He said he's going to run for governor. He is receiving backlash now from the Democratic Party. See, this is what I'm saying. These political parties use people like chess pieces. You're just a tool. You're just a piece. Now they're mad because they have some other more favorable Democrats to run. They're saying his campaign is going to disrupt theirs, and also they're saying, well, he already proved he can't win an election. He was the lieutenant governor, but he lost. He couldn't because he couldn't beat Wisconsin. Now I will say this about Mandela. Mandela fumbled. If you know Mandela, you tell him Kevin said it. He fumbled.
He did.
He lost by a very small margin.
Yeah.
What Mandela did not do was talk to us.
Yeah.
He tried to go all to these mighty whitey places. He didn't get down. I think he might have went on WNOV with a day left, or he went to like the Sherman Phoenix or something. Shout out to the Sherman Phoenix. I ain't dissing them. I'm just saying a little bit too little, too late. And he lost. Had he been in touch, he could have came on Outlaw Radio and he could have got so much spin and so much freedom.
Hold on. Hold
on. Let me finish.
Oh, my fault.
My point is he's running for governor and he's getting backlash. But now DC Crowley is also running for governor. And they're saying at this point, it doesn't look like he has a snowball's chance in hell to win it. And also they're saying, why would you come in and run? Because DC is running. It's his time now as a black man. So this is going to be, and it ain't picked up steam yet because the governor, the race ain't till next year. But I just want y'all to pay attention to Mandela. And then there's some other candidates who are entering now, some progressive white people. So this is going to be a very interesting thing. So I didn't know if y'all was paying attention to that, but I just wanted to call, and I want to call out Mandela for not rocking with us long term because that's so much more support from the people in the community.
That's what I was actually about to ask. So, did anybody reach out to Mandela or no?
We used to text, we used to talk.
I know. That's
we used to converse. We used to converse off the air for years after. Hey, brother, how you doing? Man, I'm doing good. I see you doing good. So then he'd be like, I say, well, okay, bro, you need to come on. Now, I first hit him when I think he was running for lieutenant governor. Yeah. He kind of stiff arm me. And I'm not really a dude who gonna be called. I'm not gonna be calling you shit like that because I don't do that shit. So then Kamar and everybody else, we was having a conversation like this. They said, Kev, you say Mandela, friend of the show, tell him to holler at us. And he wouldn't.
That's what I'm confused about.
He actually said, I don't really have the time right now, and I have to dig up the email. He said, when things clear up, when things settle down, then I'll
they just ain't settled down yet.
I'll come. Right. Well, he lost an election. He was settled for a minute because he lost. He's at the crib. I got a caller.
Take the caller, bro. I don't even want to ask.
Yeah, this is Erica. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's going on, Erica?
What up?
Yeah.
Not much. I have a couple things to talk about, but y'all already.
He said, "What you want?"
Shout out to Sean. That's definitely big brother. Don't trip. We always go fighting on the same side of the fence. So it don't matter. We both have some of the same views of making sure that we hold the right people accountable and taking care of our people. Unlike other people I don't like wholeheartedly. I fuck with y'all.
Orlando ain't even on here. Don't start that.
Hey, listen. You ain't want no smoke when I seen you riding that bike, brother.
You kept going, didn't you?
You didn't stop either.
Right.
But I just want to say shout out to the Outlaw and that people doing real shit and unionizing work. You see the police just got that 15%, even though they don't deserve it.
No. We're not going to take it.
But then that's the unions y'all be talking about y'all don't like. So,
Well,
I'll give y'all details on the issues I got from my members.
Right now. No, but see, you're pro-union, and I get it. And once again, there's only a few jobs that actually have unions, right? Like, so the police are one, teachers are one. It's like, maybe some steel workers and stuff like that. But by and large,
well, I'm a United Steel worker myself. So, I represent property services for the food service workers, custodial workers, and security guards for the downtown area.
Right. So, yeah, you can speak to. I'm sure they like you, but I ain't worked a union
and we
job.
Got CNA
I haven't
workers.
seen a union since I left MPS. So I don't. It's not something that I'm gonna big up and say, yeah, go union. No.
Yeah. No, I want y'all, like I tell my members, make sure y'all do y'all research before you make that decision and to like or dislike the union you working with.
You don't really get a chance though. You don't get a choice because if you got a job that has a union, they have a union. It's not like I'm at a job that don't got one and I can say, y'all come over here and start one. You don't have a choice whether you like them or not. Either you got there, either you got one at your job or you don't.
Does happen.
I mean, I'm just saying.
External organizing happens, and then unions is only as strong as its members. And if you're talking about you don't fuck with the same people that's here to negotiate your benefits and pay during a time where our administrative don't like to even pay overtime, and he's talking about taking food out of people's mouths and increasing your health insurance. Sean was talking about that earlier. The health insurance is going to go up drastically high for people, and that's why the Democrats are in a standoff situation right now.
Let me go to my chat room, y'all. Marisol, am I saying that right?
Marisol.
She said his son was in his campaign ad. My son was in his campaign ads.
In whose campaign ads?
Mandela, I believe.
Mandela's?
When he was making a sandwich or something, or his daddy was working third shift and his mom was a teacher. I don't know. It was one of them.
Dumb, bro. You dumb.
She said, Mighty. All right, Erica. She said, Mighty Whitey. Shout out to Erica, by the way. Erica gonna stand for that union. She ain't trying to hear that shit. She said, this is Beauty. She don't like when Kamara's quiet. She said, real OG, you quiet. She don't like that. She don't like what she got. Kamara has to be involved for Beauty to really enjoy the experience. Brenda said, need to start now. Our Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan is running for Tina's seat, and she's campaigning like crazy right now, grassroots organizing. And I don't think Mandela will do that because I really, the Democrats, and this is one of my issues with them, they are kind of snobbish. You know, people think that most Democrats like you because you're black. Most of them are, not most of them, but a great majority of them, especially the ones who have influence, are wealthy white people. And they don't deal with us. They don't have any kind of understanding or, you know, they don't love us like that, but we believe, oh, Democrats like us. So I just think he's of a, it seems like a little black elitism there. Because when I met him, he was a down to earth brother. But if you can't come down here and talk to the people in the trenches, why should we vote for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like he got beside himself, man. A
little bit.
Beauty said the CNA our union. And I tell y'all something even funnier. My first cousin was Mandela's driver. My cousin pulled up in a black Suburban one time. My son and I were at Qdoba in Brookfield, and my cousin's in a black suit, looked like Men in Black. I seen him like, what's up, cuz? He got the shades on. He like Secret Service. I'm like, what's going on? We chopping it up. He like, well, I'm driving the Lieutenant Governor. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm his driver. And my understanding is that he drives Evers now. I don't.
He does.
He does, man. Shout out to cuz, man. You don't never know where my family is, Mandela. See, my family kept you warm, cuz. You should have came back on the show. You know what I'm saying? Orlando said he got the link. He trying to put his baby boy to bed. Hey, father duty. Fatherhood calls.
Go.
Beauty said, hey, big cousin. Hey there, big
what
cousin.
So
I started just talking about Element. And I only brought it up because we did have a long conversation when this happened, because there was the discussion of closing it down. And I was saying I wanted to hold the police more accountable, and I wanted to hold the people, the patrons, more accountable. Because the bottom line is people go out, man. And when they go out, sometimes they go out with the intention of acting a whole ass. Like, you see people in line before they even get in the club, they ready to clown. Oh, yeah. Shit is going down in this motherfucker. And it's like you don't realize the more you kill, the more you destroy, the more violent you are, the less you will have. I remember Milwaukee nightlife was lit up. It was plenty places to go. Remember how many bars you could actually just on the north side? I'm talking late 90s, mid 90s, early 2000s. When you say you going out, we gonna hit 8-9 spots. Now you got 2. Like, and you rolling the dice if you go in some of these smaller hole in the wall joints.
You better not.
One way out, which is something I won't do.
Yeah.
Never would do it. Like, I would be like, nah, there's only one door in this motherfucker. There's no way I'm going in here. So it's just unsafe, man. It's not. So I just think there has to be a change in the people too, because if the police, somebody give me an echo, you got to turn your device down. I don't know if it's.
That's Erica.
I thought she hung up. Let me make sure. Oh, that line is clear. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Who else we got on the line here? Somebody just sitting on here? No. Okay. But anyways, so maybe it's a good thing, but that's one less place for people to go and hang out, right? Like you should be able to go to a club, man. Friday night, throw on your fit, go to the club, celebrate, meet you a little girl or something or whatever, have a good time, blow a bunch of money, and the only thing you're gonna have left is a dumbass picture that you'll be looking at 5 to 10, 15 years later, like, man, we was clowning that night. That's all the fuck you got. You spent $300 in a night to get a $5 photo. But that's what you do. And we should be allowed to do that, man. And so I was putting it on the people, but I now I'm saying if they weren't doing what they need to do to keep this area safe or keep their patrons safe, they should be closed down. So long, Element. I hope now. This were they Indians, Sean? You you spoke with the owners. Were they Indians?
He is, but he is, but he was from, I want to say, New York, and he has some clubs over there, and he was trying to bring that type of atmosphere. And I told him that wasn't gonna work either. But yeah.
So I asked, was he an Indian? Because I'm like, I feel like he should be. Okay, so you're opening a hip hop club. You're opening a club that deals with our culture. I feel like it would be advantageous for a person of color, specifically a foundational Black American, to be the proprietor to say, now I know how it moves. So maybe in that case, there is a proactive thing to say, I don't want nobody standing in front of this club because you know how we get.
True. Yeah, but see, Bowman, because one of our other little brothers wanted to open a club in his district, right? Not even a club. He wanted to open a coffee and cocktail lounge. He said he's not giving out any more liquor licenses.
That's what they do.
So what I'm doing now is I'm watching. I'm paying real close attention. If I see anything in this district open up that's not Black and they get a liquor license.
Yep.
Me and Mr. Bowman got problems.
Now, what's his
That's
district?
exactly what's going to happen too.
Fourth district, I think it is. Fourth automatic.
Okay. This is Mama Jenkins. She says, unions are mostly closed shops. I was a union rep for 26 years and a union worker for 32 years, and I don't think there's jobs that unionize now. There's some, but there's only a few. There's select few, Mama Jenkins. You're right. Beauty says, Orlando have children and you work in the community and you're a Republican mindset. She calling Orlando. He ain't even on the show. She he ain't even here.
That nigga got hate.
She said, Mama Jenkins, I wish my profession would unionize. I'm a school bus driver.
Orlando is scared. He ain't coming back on.
She said they are definitely discriminating. He just said he was putting his son to bed. He said he got the link, but he's putting his son to bed. So I don't think
we'll see.
Orlando has no reason to be scared. I don't know why would anybody.
He act like he's trying to jump on him, bro.
I don't think that scares Orlando.
No, Capo, I'm not going to jump on him. He said some real negative shit about my kids or whatever. And if this was 20 years ago, Orlando would actually be in trouble, but not anymore.
I heard the comments.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Man, I've gotten to the point, man, like I'm not going to go into detail about my financial earnings and things like that. It's not worth the drama. But he really does antagonize. And then I kind of chime in and I do dumb shit too. Like I respond or whatever. Like when he said my kids weren't as Black, like my former business partner, he shit on him after he was dead, just trying to antagonize. I'm like, okay, that's what MAGA do. So I'm just like, I got to be better or whatever, because honestly, man, like as far as where I'm from, I should have never acknowledged him, because like, if you look at it from a cosmetic standpoint, he's a Black man, he's intelligent, but he supports a party that supports white supremacy. Why am I giving him any attention? In addition to that, I just feel that, what I'm saying, I should kind of whatever, because honestly, Orlando would never say any of that to my face, because I'd beat his motherfucking ass. And he knows that. That's how come, I'm in Orlando. Like my daughter's moving here next week.
We don't condone violence on the show. Are we condoning violence on the show,
and,
KB?
And I felt bad because like I was And Kevin and the OG kind of put me on some shit like, nigga, why is you fucking responding to this dumb shit? Even though he's saying whatever, be a better man.
I think that if you're gonna respond when it happens, you do. But I don't think 6 months later you should still be responding.
Yeah, I shouldn't say nothing.
Right. What that actually means, what that means is a motherfucker got you good. If you can't
absolutely.
If you like it's in your mind like 2 months later, like I can't this motherfucker make me sick. Ah! It's like, bro, you need a hobby or something. Like I don't like you gotta blow that shit out. And it's okay to forgive and not forget.
Yeah,
and it's sometimes okay to forget and not forgive. Either way it goes.
Why am I responding to this nigga? It don't even make no sense. Exactly.
Go ahead, Kamar.
To forgive is for you. You know what I mean? It ain't for them. You can forgive somebody and not ever fuck with them no more.
Yep, I'm a Christian, so I forgive him for saying shit about my kids, man. I'm gonna move on.
You know what I'm saying? He just give you the peace to walk away from it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
My point is, he's not scared to come on the show.
No, he's not. I just be joking when I say that. He's not.
My thing is this, though.
No, he's not.
My thing is this, and you know, I've got into it with other people, but after the show is over, that's over. I mean, that's over.
For sure. It went a little too personal or whatever. That's all I'm saying.
Especially being on a podcast, a talk show, whatever, right? As a host or a co-host, that's my wife scraping the pot.
Yeah.
Listen, that would be okay. Shit.
Hey, put her on the show.
Okay.
I'm not putting her on no show. I know.
Capo blood. Hey, he muted it and shit. That nigga said, "Fuck that."
Come on.
Hey, now dig this right now.
Hey, he lucky he got a wife because I wish I had a wife. God bless him.
I felt like, you know, I talked to him also.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I talked to him also, and I told him that, you know what I mean. Okay, y'all could debate, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like we on the podcast, like Sean said. You know, now for me to talk about your kids, that's out of bounds.
Yeah. It is what it is, man.
And
like
I told him that,
upset.
and when I explained my perspective, he understood where I was coming from.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like Kev said, he ain't no dummy. You know
and
what I'm saying.
And Kev was fucking awesome because he let my daughter come on the show and put her position. Like I don't really got to go into detail about myself because I'm not gonna do that. But with that said, though, I got friends and family just like Orlando has friends and family. It is what it is. If it would have been bad, it would have been bad, and it don't matter.
I'm gonna tell you the see. This is funny.
Yeah, it don't matter. That shit don't matter at this point.
This is hilarious to me, and I love when I talk to people who say, "I got family, I got friends." Motherfuckers gonna hold me down, right? So one of the responsibilities you have when you have that much love is to keep them out of bullshit.
Exactly.
God forbid, I got myself into some shit, and I had to call one of my loved ones, and he came and did that work and got killed or had to go to prison for the rest of his life because
you got to deal with that.
At this point, we are all fathers, we are grandfathers, we are brothers, we're nieces, we're nephews. We all have a role. At our age, we all have settled into a role. So if he over there chilling with his kids, he out the life, he ain't in no bullshit, and he got to come help my black ass because I done gotten some dumb shit and something happens to him. I got to hold that L. So you got to be very strategic and tell people when they hit me. Can't I see the motherfucker say, man, I don't even worry about that shit, man. Man, do you, man.
You know what's funny about that, Kev?
Hold on. So I have family. I have family. This is a true story. When I was with the Panthers, I can say this. I can tell this story too. When I was with the Panthers, we had a contentious issue. The original Black Panthers in Milwaukee had an issue with the revolutionary Black Panthers who came into Milwaukee, which I still don't understand. I still don't totally understand it. They came in and people, maybe it was because they was carrying guns around. I don't know.
Yeah,
we had a thing going on, and they made a particular video, and they was hyped. They was feeling themselves. They called me. Well, they didn't call me. They put it up. They put this video up, and they was saying they want to get the general, Daryl Farmer, Then they referenced me. They just referenced me. Like, yeah, and this other asshole who be on the show with him, da 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 da. I have a particular cousin who specialized. Liam Neeson say, I have a specialized set of skills. Like, I have a cousin who called me.
Yeah.
And say, man, I'm looking at the internet and I'm seeing this. Ain't you with the Panthers? Yeah. And Kev, man, I don't even. They don't even know me. They don't know what I look like. I can. I said, listen, cuz, no, absolutely.
Chill out. Yeah.
There's no, exactly. Ain't no need for that. So, no, man, it ain't that serious. I'm not worried about it. You know, just if I need you, though, I'm glad you're there. If I really it would take an extreme situation for me to even involve him, because I know how he get down. I know he's going to cut loose. And then it's going to be like, yo, I didn't mean for all that to happen. So sometimes you just got to be smart about calling for your aid and assistance, man, because you can't, you know, so all that shit, that's why you can't take shit personally. You can't be sensitive. And if anybody out there who disses Orlando, I'm going to say this.
Yes.
If you call that man out his name, he has the absolute God-given right to return the favor.
Respond.
So every time you sell-out ass nigga, you Uncle Tom ass nigga, you coon ass nigga, and you think, yeah, it's sweet, and he come back on your ass and be like, pew, pew, pew. What can you say? He has the right to do so. And
it's funny you say that, because it's like, what is the nigga supposed to do when niggas is throwing shots at him? Like, I look at it from my perspective, right? Like, as far as for everybody listening, my brother died, my sister got killed. I got like 23 friends that got murdered. So everybody knows exactly how shit can go. It ain't that important, man. Life is short as a motherfucker. Like, I look at my grandson Kai, right? I'm gonna fly to Wisconsin in a couple months so I can get to see him. He'll be about 6 months old. So it's kind of like, damn, like my daughter is moving out here and life is excellent. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is really good. Like, if you look at it, like, Kevin, your daughter was on the show like last week or a week and a half ago. And, you know, Taylor was cracking some jokes and the shit was funny or whatever. And it's like, dude, look at where we are. Because when I was younger, man, I didn't think I was going to live past 20 years old. And then when you get to that point, it's like, man, you think about all the things you did, the things you've been involved in. And then you look at your family, like, I'm almost 50 years old. And I'm like, damn, I got a son who, I got a son who's basically tested as gifted. And
I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. It's what Kamar would label all this as emotional intelligence.
Yes,
that's what Kamar would call this. He would say, brother,
it's true.
We gotta get more emotionally intelligent. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just, for me, bullshit is bullshit. We do Messy Monday.
Yes.
And if you jump in the ring, you liable to get punched.
Yep.
So if you fix your mouth, if you fix your mouth to say something to somebody,
yep,
and they turn around and get in your ass, you can't be like, I call my cousin. Like that. Who wanted to be that dude who was trying to rib somebody and then got ribbed down, and then they want to jump the dude who, like,
exactly,
he's a whole buster.
You know what? Hey, I like that, but I always try to put some emphasis on how you look when you do it. You know what I mean? Because see, we all are a brand. Everybody on this panel, we all got something that we do that we known for doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, how can I call myself an activist out here for the community if I'm threatening other black men?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't no good look. That ain't no good look for the brand. You know what I mean? So that's why I be trying to keep everybody at bay with the name calling and shit. Because, you know what I mean? When you start name calling and shit, it really just says that you running out of words. You emotional.
Orlando ain't even a bad dude.
And you got to cut a motherfucker with your words. You know what I'm saying? So it make you look bad.
Right. I don't.
Orlando ain't no bad dude, by the way. Just for the record.
I don't want to make it. First of all, I don't want to make it. I want to make it Skittles and Rainbows. Orlando is an asshole. Like, I'm being honest. But I am too. No, but I am too. And so is Sean.
No,
and
it's not.
Maybe Kamar's the only one who's elevated above it in his new spirituality But I'm still alive.
No, Kev, no.
Come on, you say you ain't done quite yet. You still got a little in you sometimes.
Man, I'm still a work in progress, man.
Well, y'all, you know what? Y'all need to stop.
There's still shit that upset me. Still, you know what I mean.
Hold on. Let me break it
that's
down.
The thing, you know what I mean. That's something that's it's a lifelong process, man. It's always something to work on about yourself.
Hold on.
Some of this stuff, you know what I mean. You do, and damn, man, I don't got fuck. You don't fuck me up a little bit.
No, my fault. I was just
He got me too. No. He got me too.
No, I was gonna say no because I can say something positive about everybody on the panel. Like with Kevin having a platform and everything, you know, as far as letting people kind of get their shit off or whatever it is. And then
that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Anybody who really knows me, no. There's no avatar. There's no avatar for me. Anybody who knows me really well will tell you he is an asshole. It ain't about me letting people talk on my show.
To me, you're not an asshole though.
Well, that's because you don't know me that well. I guarantee.
I know you enough to know you're not an asshole. You're an intelligent motherfucker, just like
KB,
just like Capo.
KB is an asshole.
No, I'm not saying Capo. I'm not saying he's not an asshole, but what I'm saying is it comes from a good place, just like the real OG, and just like your ass. It comes from a good place.
You're missing the context here.
I'm not.
When we say this, and this might be an OG thing.
Yeah,
this might be an OG thing because you get to the point. You get to the point in your life where you're like, it's my way or the highway, right? Like in terms of people who I'm around, places I go, things I wear, things I
don't view it like that though.
It comes to the point where you're like, I really could give a shit less what anybody else wants or does, unless they're my children or my wife.
You're missing the point, though. I agree with you. That's the point.
Everybody, and at that point, you have become an asshole.
No, I don't mean you an asshole, and that's where we differentiate. I think you're right.
You're differentiating about me. You can't differentiate something.
Yes,
about
I
me.
can.
You cannot. You are not an authority. You can't. You debating with me on who the fuck I am. You can't do that.
I'm not debating with you on who you are. I'm just saying I agree with who you are, but I just don't agree with what you think you are.
Stick around.
I kind of think you kind of on point.
So after 50 years, I have no clue who the fuck I am.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Your ass crazy. That's not what I'm saying.
You almost was there. You said you crazy. You should. Your ass is an asshole.
Your ass is crazy, but that's not what I'm saying. Man, go ahead to the chat room.
I know who I am, but I'm wise enough to know that I'm still changing. I'm still evolving.
There you go.
I'm gonna evaluate you too.
That's really what I was. That's what I was alluding to. That's what I was alluding to earlier when I was talking about it's a lifelong journey working on yourself. You know what I mean? Because if you finding different things to work on yourself to correct yourself with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to evolve into a better person. You know what I mean? And that's what life is all about.
See, I done got better dealing with you brothers because honestly, man, I used to have a real anger problem. But y'all motherfuckers have helped me kind of calm down a little bit.
What do you call it if you don't want to think some of the things that people don't like?
Shut up, Kev. Stop.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Kev,
I'm asking him a question.
Well, it ain't about.
It
ain't about what other people want to fix about you. It's about what you recognize is wrong with you.
Right. I get so mad.
Can't nobody fix shit.
Ian, hold on. Ian, hold on. We can't all talk over each other.
Oh, my fault. Sorry about that.
Can't nobody make you do nothing. You know what I mean? It's got to be something that you want to change. You know what I mean? Like a drug addict. When a drug addict is ready to stop doing drugs, that's when they stop doing drugs. It ain't a rehab in the world that can stop them if a motherfucker just put them in that rehab. And
have we all known? I've known a happy dope fiend before. Like, I'm saying I've known somebody. I'm saying somebody who was a hype who would tell you, like in their conversation, they say, "Shit, I get high in the motherfucker. Everybody know I get high."
Trying to talk, bro.
Come on, you got that person, that person in your hood.
Oh yeah, it was people like that, but a lot of the time when people be fucked up, they don't know they fucked up.
So they happy. He bliss. Ignorance is bliss. I get high. Yeah, everybody in that motherfucker know I get high. You be like, damn, nigga, okay.
And this is why Outlaw Radio is so important. Capo, I know you were trying to say something. Orlando.
No, I ain't got nothing.
Look at Orlando.
No, I'm about to step back. I'm about to step back, and I ain't got nothing to say. What's out in Orlando?
And that's a nice hoodie. I love that hoodie.
He got the sweatshirt on too, Kev. He representing. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. He got the sweatshirt
Orlando,
on.
what's on your mind, man? What's going on?
This thing, bro. That's love.
I'm just listening to the conversation. Part of it I agree with, other parts I don't. Respect to Wish Doctor Sean. We always got much respect. And the one who I will leave unmentioned, brother. I all I can say to you is this, man. I've been to your page, man. For whatever reason, you got a thing with me, and it's cool. I don't trip on it.
There ain't no whatever reason, Orlando. You know the real deal. We can have a conversation like men after the broadcast, and we can squash it. But if you don't want to squash it, I'm gonna keep going.
Well, you do what's best for you, man. I got better things to do.
Absolutely, brother. I love you, man. But you be on some bullshit sometimes, so we can talk off there.
You do whatever floats your boat.
Absolutely, brother. I respect it. Go ahead, continue.
So I go here,
absolutely.
Me and Kev, and I support the movement, as you can tell, right?
Absolutely.
And I appreciate the opportunity to come on the platform, even for those who in the chat. I think one lady said, "Well, how can Orlando have a baby and don't support black?" The way I look at things may not be the way you look at things. Black folk ain't a monolith. So to sit there and say, well, you support this and you support that. We should be more, have the ability to disagree without having, let's do a charity box off. But I ain't violent though. Let's do a charity.
I ain't gonna lie, Orlando. We kind of went back and forth. With my kids, I got upset. But I understand like what you're saying right now. I respect that. You were saying that it wasn't at that level. So I can respect that. We can have a conversation, man. I got your phone number, dog.
It's never at that level. I mean, look at Kev's face. He's sitting back trying to see what's going to happen. It's never at that level. And
not at all, man.
That's a concern. We should be able to disagree as a people
can.
And not say, well, you're not part of the community. But
if you disrespect my kids, I'm gonna say something. That's all I'm saying. I'm not. And Orlando, I know you, so I don't have no disrespect for you, brother. I love you as a black man, and I think you're a good person. You a family man. You're a good dude. You take care of your family, so I don't have no issue with you. All I'm saying is, don't go at my family because I'm gonna kind of want to go at you. That's all I'm saying.
So first of all, let's be clear. You have, I guess, somewhat of an adult daughter who injected herself into the conversation. Now you can have
I inject.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
And you invoked her in the conversation. Yeah. You can also talk about when you were trying to, kind of cape up for black women and black folk, and you ain't married none. That was the whole conversation. You ain't married no black.
No, my first wife was black. That's kind of funny.
Hold on, cuz.
My fault. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. You married a Hispanic woman, you living with a white woman and white folk land in Nebraska where
that has nothing to do with it.
Hold on, Orlando. Y'all do me a solid.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Let me get my chat room. Give me a second. Everybody take a deep breath.
Yeah, for sure.
Woo-sah, motherfucker.
This is a good show tonight, Kev.
Let me go to the chat room. So Mama Jenkins is saying we were talking about Bauman, and she said he's in the 15th district. They have the most bars and crime. Carrie Walker said that shit is hilarious. Beauty said she need her a husband. So anybody out there in the Outlaw family that's looking to get in a situation, y'all need to hit Beauty up. She said she need her a husband. She ain't playing no games with y'all. She said be careful what you wish for. She says this is all Beauty, y'all. She said we have to build one another up. And she said, I talk about Orlando because he's not for blacks, and I don't understand why, but he really needs to be more focused on what is going on. She said, Orlando is a bad dude. But, and this is Sonia Thrower. How you doing, Sonia Thrower? She said, hello, guys. How are you doing? How's Milwaukee doing? My mama used to say fair to Midland. I don't know if you grew up around country people. When they say, how you doing? They say fair to Midland. That means it ain't all good, but it ain't all bad. So Milwaukee is sitting in the middle, right? Like we're just teetering either way. This is Beauty as well. She's saying, what church do you attend, sir? I don't know who I don't know. Beauty, you can't be on here dating people now. You can't be I meet you at your church, right? I'm joking. She said Kevin cracks me up.
He just made another joke. Huh?
OG says uplifting things. Oh, she's big up in Kamar. She says she wants some real soul food at one of these restaurants.
You ain't gonna get it.
Sonia Thrower says you got to fix yourself and what you need to fix. If you got an attitude, fix that attitude so people can say, oh, you're nice. Don't be whatever. Work on yourself. Fix yourself and be yourself. I want to finish the chat because I think that's an interesting statement. Beauty says, help. She said, I need some food stamps. Beauty, come on now. Sonia says, okay, y'all be grown men now and talk like grown men. You know, kids are listening and watching. She said she needs some food stamps too, right? This is Christopher Lawrence. He says, Ian in Orlando, 3 rounds in the ring, no ghetto brawls, 3 rounds, 3 minutes.
You know what? Stop.
Oh,
you know what? And it's funny because I started that dumb shit. The thing about Orlando is my daughter, who he talked about, Orlando is a good dude. No bullshit.
I feel like we've heard you say this like 9 million times though. Like
my fault.
I feel like I'm because here's
the start of a bromance coming on.
All right, I'll stop.
But this is how it lands, though.
I'm sorry, I'll stop.
That's that Maker's blend.
He's not a bad guy. That's why I get so mad.
That's that Maker's blend. Let us see that bottle of Maker's blend, man. How much you got of that Maker's blend left?
Sean, this is how it lands. Orlando's a good dude.
Yeah, look, that's what it is.
And then it'd be like,
hold on.
He's a good dude, but then he'd be like, fuck him. He'd be like, no, Orlando, I love him. But fuck him.
I sent the show out to multiple people. And the thing is, I hate going after Orlando, but the thing is like, dude, I actually know you. Why are you talking shit about me like that? And in addition to him talking shit, it's like I've said some things that I know he don't like, and I get it. Well, but he's not a bad guy. He's a good family guy or whatever.
There you go, KB. There you go, KB.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
And I always said this. Listen, I always said this. And I'm sure y'all gonna remember me saying this. I don't never see Orlando take off on nobody first.
No, he don't. For the most part, he don't.
Everybody going in on him first.
That's true.
Hey, that's true. He know how to counter punch, though, don't he?
He defends himself for the most part.
It's an asshole. It's a club.
He defends himself for the most part. I'll give him that.
That's the thing. Like, y'all, everybody got to remember, you can say what you want to people, but you ain't got no control of what they say back. So you need to watch what you say to them.
Yeah. Real talk.
I mean, you ain't gotta like that party Orlando is with.
You got thin skin, you gotta watch how you talk to other people.
Yeah, if you don't like the party
or what they do back.
Especially people like me.
Check this out in the chat room. Check this out in the chat room.
My fault.
Gary Walker Jones said, I'm sorry I had flour on my hands, but I was laughing at the pots clanging in the background.
Hey, hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that, Miss Walker. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, because it's like, listen, on my show, right? Like, because there's already this line about what's professional and what do you see when you're watching the show? What do you hear? And I've always tried to make sure my show ain't just like, okay, this motherfucker sat down in the middle of the mall and started doing the show. But sometimes it's just random shit because you normally don't hear nobody scraping the pot clean in the background of the show. So this shit was actually pretty funny. Let me get the chat room because it's piling up.
We had 2 hours though, Kev.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
Okay. and
he keep the time.
25 shares.
And he keep the time.
I'm just trying to help out.
We got an epidemiologist on the show, Kevin.
Epidemiologist.
I want to go another hour or two because Orlando and fucking
epidemiologist.
Oh man, Beauty still says she needs some food stamps.
Damn, cuz I do too.
Christopher said that's why I say 3 rounds in the ring is regulated and both agree to never speak.
Oh my God!
On a personal level.
I should have never said that. Orlando, listen, I'm sorry. I'm
gonna tell y'all the truth, man. I'm too old, and I'm too wounded to be getting in the ring. If you hit me in my face, I'm trying to shoot you.
Man, don't put your hands
I
on
was
me.
mad. I was
celebrity
mad at
boxing match
at the time. I don't hate Orlando. I was just
meet up and wrestle in the parking lot. Man, I'm gonna stab the shit out of you. Fuck
Chris,
that.
I was just mad. I'm cool with Orlando. I just
Beauty said, Orlando, I still feel the same way. And then Christopher Lawrence is in the chat room. He says, you don't need food stamps. You need a husband with an income and a provider. Don't rely on the corner. Oh, he said she need a husband.
Read that one, Kev.
Shout out to William Morris. He said, wow, it's interesting. I can't respect not just because of him being a Republican, but because I had an almost 9-hour conversation about a year or so with that gentleman, and knowing that he's some type of preacher or person of the Christian church, and then for him to tell me from a political perspective some foul, disturbing facts of how he would act a response to somebody not being Republican and or supporting the Republican Party. However, he's a man of God. That was a contradicting, disingenuous statement. Hold on, let me finish the chat room for anybody responds. William says Butler, he's talking to Ajamu. He said these gigolo Sambos into that good brother. Their politics and money and greed stand before humanity, and many of them call themselves people of God. Either the preacher or reverend, the deacon, or whatever these cities are, their titles are, is BS. Name of the show is People Over Politics, by the way. I do got a caller. Caller, give me a second. I got a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, how you doing? My name is Dion.
Dion, what's going on, man?
Man. You know, man, shit. Y'all been so motherfucking full tonight. I'm just sitting back enjoying it, and I see y'all got
Dion, what's up?
Oh, Lord.
What's happening, man? I see y'all.
How you doing, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm always good. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm always good. I appreciate you for asking, man. Just really just sitting back and encapsulated about what's going on and wondering if we ever gonna come up out of this and how the world gonna be, and seeing Dick Cheney die. And I remember when we was dealing with Dick Cheney and George Bush, and we didn't think it was getting no worse. And then we get this silly motherfucker up in office, and he's terrible. And then I was listening to y'all earlier about MPS, and I don't know what the fuck MPS be doing with their money, man. Because, man, you know, I do that little shit with them, man, and them motherfuckers need to hire extra people for some of them buildings, man. Man, ain't no way in the hell, man, you should be in a big old building. Today they had me at the school, man. I don't know if it was 4 flights, 4 floors, whatever. I'm not in no condition, you know, and not saying that, but it makes me want to get myself physically together a little bit better, where I'm able to not be so winded going up and down them motherfucking steps. But shit, I'll be 48 this month, though. Man, they had me at the school today, man. That motherfucker, they had no elevator in there. So they eat lunch in their classroom. Not lunch, breakfast. I had to go gather all the breakfast up and bring it down the steps. And it was just horrible, man. I don't send me back to that motherfucker again. But I'm just looking like, damn, MPS got all this money. Why y'all scared of spending on employees, man, to get somebody up in these schools?
Hold on. Dion, I got one question for you. Question. Who won between Cash Money and fucking No Limit?
Got nothing to do with what he's talking about. He's talking about MPS's inefficiency. Like
I know. The reason.
And we already talked about that on the last show.
The reason I'm asking is because he has some very good drinking.
Yeah, you don't have to stop that drinking on there, man. I don't condone drinking and drug use and use of tobacco. None of that shit. Because I used to drink. I stopped drinking. Been almost 15 years. I used to smoke weed. Stopped smoking weed. It's been 11 years. And I used to smoke cigarettes, and it'll be 7 years and shit. So I know if I could do it, and I used to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because when that liver and the kidney start going, your ass say, oh, you're going to be doing a motherfucking podcast from the bed. And we gonna remember all the times you was sitting up there sitting like, man, that shit killing, bro. Ain't nobody saying nothing. So
you know what?
Shame,
Dion, shame on the person. If that man gets sick and he's in the hospital, shame on the motherfucker that come in there talking about, see, that's what you get for all that drink. Get the fuck out my hospital room.
The only reason I was asking that is because Dion asked a very good point when the no limit and cash money shit was going on, and I saw it the other day, and it hit me because he literally said what he was talking about, like the difference between cash money and no limit. And when I was watching that, I was like, damn, that nigga was fucking right. Like, what did you think about that battle?
Correlation between what he was talking about. You interrupted him in the middle of his statement and started talking about.
He's feeling good though.
I'm confused.
Oh my god,
But I hope MPS get to hire some more people, man, because it's horrible. What I'm saying?
Yeah, what's the measuring stick? Is what is it? 4 Fridays? Yeah. I know when I taught for MPS, it was the 4th Friday, in which that's when the numbers are set for what the populations of each building, and that's what dictates the budget. Or how much money you get.
So, it's something like that.
So, but I'm saying you can't. From last year, we talked about them having a 50% truancy rate. So I don't know that you need to hire more people when the kids ain't coming to school. Like, what are these extra people gonna do? Just like sit around and wait? Like, we need to put. Don't you think they need to allocate some resources, some dedicated resources to population recovery? I'm gonna tell you what that is.
Can you hire them, no, Kev?
You have all kinds of offices. Central Services is a black hole. It's a bureaucratic black hole. When I taught for MPS, it's the number one place I did not ever want to go to, because it's just no. You got to go here. You got to go here. You got to go there. You take some of those offices and you take some of these positions and you say y'all job is to figure out how we're going to deal with this truancy problem. Because if we don't have the kids in the school, we're not producing the product that we're selling. So it's just like you got a bakery, but you'll never have no flour. Like, you ain't baking shit. You ain't got no dough. So I'm saying you're pumping $1.6 billion into a school system that, as far as we know, up to this point has had a 50% truancy rate. And out of that 50%, roughly 35 to 40% of them are deficient in reading, math, and science. So
Kev, what's the solution?
We're talking about $1.6 billion dedicated to helping 25% of the kids in Milwaukee, if you really break it down.
What's the solution,
man? Because I was listening to that shit, like what you're saying right there, and I just don't be believing some of this shit though. Because all over the country, the truancy rate is up. Just everybody, goddamn kids ain't going to school nowhere.
This is Milwaukee. Milwaukee itself is 50%.
I know, but I hear that shit from all over though, too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, somebody playing like Rick James. Hold on, Dion. Please don't play music during the show. Somebody playing the radio.
I don't even hear it.
Well, if that shit will get us struck too, because if they can pick that shit up on Facebook, they'll take the feed down. That's what I'm saying. Don't play music during the show. It's copyright infringement. If there's a solution, the solution needs to be some sort of bridge built that can help connect these homes and these schools. So you go into North Division in 53206, you got to service the home. You can't just expect these people to just go to school and learn. And the kids are so distracted by so much. So there has to be some sort of bridge built between the parents and the school. And MPS, you got the resources to do it. You have the resources to do it, but like I would agree with you, Dion. $1.6 billion is a lot of money for a public school system. So, and it'll be up to 1.8 by the time they get done asking for referendums in 2-3 years. And we got to start asking ourselves, what are we getting out of this? What are we getting from this? Like, I look at MPS athletics, so inferior to, like, when I coached for MPS, we shared the stadium. We shared Custer or South, or we went to what's that, Pulaski. We would go play suburban schools. They got a whole campus with their own field house. They facilities is A1. Our kids don't stand a chance competing against this shit. Look at my son was playing a basketball game, and I believe it was Greenfield. I went to this school. This shit looked like a community college. I was looking like, what in that, dude? Their facilities were immaculate. Our kids don't stand a chance.
Kev,
so,
you're right.
Let me finish.
Kev, you're right. Kev,
you are
absolutely right. Capo.
So what I'm saying is, with $1.6 billion, I feel like this MPS could switch up and say we need to make our facilities greater, because I think that'll draw. Washington High School is 200,000 years old. Fucking, how many of these schools is old ass relics, and they all need to be torn down except King, because that is the most beautiful building in the school system. They can tear all the rest of this bullshit down.
Kev, I gotta add to it.
Yeah, the quality is horrible.
Please don't ask nobody else about the cash money battle.
Hold on 1 second. Capo, go ahead. And Orlando, I know you want to say something. I'm looking at the screen. I know you want to say something. Capo, go ahead.
He don't got nothing to say. I don't know. Well, you're not the maestro. I got this.
My fault.
I got this. He ain't even said. He like, what you talking about?
That's why OG was laughing, because I didn't know.
That's why everybody laughing. Orlando,
I'm like, I had to make sure I didn't raise my hand or something.
I thought he was gonna say something, Kev.
Man,
I know.
You gotta let me do the heavy lifting, bro. You gotta let me drive, man. You gotta just sit in the back.
My fault, man. I gotta let you drive. I thought he was gonna say something. My fault.
No. That's not how this works. Let me see. He said,
I just put my shit on mute till it's time to talk.
He said, I can see that Henny in Ian's eyes. He's feeling it. And let me see. This is MP. Okay, this is Christopher Lawrence. He said MPS is making money off of not teaching kids. So support school choice. Simple. Problem. Brenda Peterson says schools need to start knocking on doors. I would agree. See, that's that Brenda Peterson.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
I'm talking about a truancy program in which you're going. Oh, they absent. We finna go to the house, because when you go to that house, you're gonna discover also what's going on in that house. So
let me tell you why that's bullshit.
You could try,
because when we had a vice president running for president, people was bringing up, well, she's locking the parents up for truancy. So, okay, you go, the parents ain't responsible for the kid once they leave the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you why that's bullshit. Because
why?
I just so happened to work for Wraparound Milwaukee.
Okay.
On a pilot program when we worked with Tabs when it was in Washington Park. That was called the Truancy Abatement Burglary Suppression Program. And in extreme cases, and that's still on the books and it's been on the books, if your kids don't go to school and they're under 17, you will get a ticket. That is not new.
Yeah, that's younger kids. That's what I'm saying.
Kamala didn't make that up. She didn't invent that. She was enforcing the law, and that's here in Milwaukee unless they changed it. If they're under 17, you are responsible for them. And I would say this: people say, "Well, you can't make them go to school." Well, you need to set some standards in your household. These are children. These ain't adults. You do what the fuck I tell you to do.
Can I chime in or no?
You're going to school, or you go.
Not 17.
No, when you 17, 16, if you want to live in my house, you still live in my house. You're going to school. My mom, listen. My mother used to tell me, I don't care. I used to measure up beside her and my pops. I'm getting taller than both of y'all. She used to say, I don't care if the top of your head get gray as cotton. You do what the fuck I tell you in my house, or you get the fuck out. And that was the law. So it ain't no option. You don't have an option. You're a minor, you live in my house, or you don't. Because you can't sign a kid over to the county. If he's a reprobated mind, I'm letting him go. Let me go to the chat room. Let me get the chat room.
Can Orlando talk or no?
Oh, when he wants to, he will. He don't need you to get him to talk.
I was just asking.
No, he will when he wants to talk. Everybody on here will speak entirely when they want to. They don't need to be. They don't need for you to say, hey, say something. Brenda Peterson said, my son was missing school and going and sitting in his friend's basement playing video games. The dean was leaving me message after message. Then came out knocking on my door, and my son answered the door. And the dean said, Tyrese, where you been? And then he said, Brenda, I've left you message after message. Turned out my son blocked the school, and I wasn't getting the messages. He got his ass whooped. I don't care how big he is. Sonia Thor said he's not going to school that much up there where he's where's the parents and why is the kid skipping school? Get them a ticket, or did the parents a ticket? I can't read. I'm losing it. So basically, this is my point. In this program, I went and knocked on the door. We went when your kid wasn't coming to school and you was about to get a ticket. I showed up on your porch with a letter from the court that said you were about to get a ticket. And it was like $700. You should have seen how those parents was willing to work with me, because I would say, if you don't work with me, you're gonna get this ticket. And so all of a sudden, now you got to go to school. And I also provided them with incentives. See, within $1.6 billion, there's enough money for incentives. He didn't want to go to school because he didn't have no clothes. So I said, go to school straight for 2 weeks. I'm going to take you. I got gift certificates. I'm going to take you shopping. I took kids to TJ Maxx, to all kinds of clothing stores. Foot Locker, got them shoes because they had went to school for 2-3 weeks straight. They was doing well. Now the program lost its funding, so I don't know where those kids went. My point is, there's always a way that you can do this by going to these homes. We should be knocking on the doors, telling the parents, you about to get a ticket. And if you don't pay it, it can affect your driver's license and everything else. So Sonia Thrower says they need to go back to the old way, get that ass whooped, and then it'll make you do right. Yeah, some people can't whoop their kids now because they say, my kids will call the police. I don't know where you're going to eat at after you call the police on me. I don't know where you're going to live. I'm 8. I don't care. You call the police, you on grown man shit. Brenda said we set up a meeting immediately and his ass followed it and he graduated. Without that knock on the door, he wouldn't have graduated. So she's saying she agrees. Christopher Lawrence said if a child don't obey these parents, that's a parent's fault. You fail to establish the boundaries of the parent-child relationship. I agree. You got to build a foundation. You can't just walk in when he's 15 and start bossing him around. You got to have been daddy for your weight to matter to your child. So, you come in negotiating if you ain't meet him until he's 16. That's a whole different conversation. Kerry Walker said these parents are more ignorant than these kids. I've been sitting in the office when parents are yelling at the principal or whoever talking about this. He said, your damn time, you take care of that motherfucker. I've seen some crazy shit in the schools. Now, once again, how much time we got? Oh, it's after 10 o'clock, so we don't have long. Sean, you had something. You had Day of Remembrance. What did you have coming up? You had some stuff coming up. He muted or he's frozen. You muted, Sean. You muted. We can't hear you.
Oh, it's the World Day of Remembrance, and it's on the 14th. It's for traffic violence victims. It's next week. Next Friday, I believe it is. That's the 14th, right? Ain't that the 14th?
I don't have my calendar on hand right now. I don't know.
Oh, well, no, Saturday, November 15th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. for victims of road traffic violence. And we will be at the Century City Tower, building 4201 North 27th Street on the first floor. Parking lot located in the front and rear of building. Come out, support these victims. Support these victims and their families, man. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kamar, the weekend is coming up. And I seen the article. We talked about the article a couple of days ago about this, and I don't know if this was the newspaper trying to hype some shit up. They put a story up about the Sherman Phoenix talking about they owe back taxes. And then I saw you guys getting more proactive and saying, come up, support the Sherman Phoenix. So my question is, do you all have any special events lined up that the community should know about that they're not aware of, or any kind of days?
Yeah, so we got the 7th anniversary coming up at the end of this month. And then the tax thing, you know what I mean? That's just like, we had a meeting the other day, and they explained all that. You know what I mean? And it was real simple. You know what I mean? They had the board, what they got now, it's a nonprofit, first of all. It's a nonprofit. Nonprofits don't pay property taxes, don't have to pay property taxes. And the Sherman Phoenix used to be a for-profit business. You see what I'm saying? So when the whole thing changed over, You know what I mean? The board wasn't aware or whatever, something like that. So that's just something that they talking to the city with and getting through that now. So, you know what I mean? That whole tax thing, I don't know. I felt like that was more hype. You know what I'm saying? Like the newspaper, like who pissed them off? You know what I'm saying? Because like, why would you write a story and don't do your due diligence and do the research on it? You see what I'm saying? So I felt like shit. Maybe somebody was pissed, but oh well. I'll be at the House of Vitality tomorrow from 11 to 7. If you need something, pull up.
I don't know about nobody else. I know I guess. No, but the depth of the coverage.
What's happening tomorrow at the House of Vitality?
Ain't nothing happening tomorrow. I'm gonna be there. Pull up. Come get you a ginger shot or something.
I just thought because they had so much depth about their balances in the bank account at the end of this year and that year, and it was very convoluted the way they kind of spent it.
Well, that's that politician shit. That's that politician nonprofit shit. You know what I mean? Lingo that motherfuckers run. They talk the circles around questions and all that shit and blah 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 blah.
I thought it was weird. I thought
shit's out my hands. You know what I'm saying? So I learned what I could learn about it and figure out my next move. That's just what we supposed to do, right?
Yeah, I seen that shit too. I started the inbox. I'm gonna let
also it was the old president that was there. She was there from the old demonstration also. So she was like the only person. And it was a whole bunch of stuff where she wasn't communicating right and didn't tell everything like she was supposed to. So that's why she's gone. So they pretty much mopping the floor, you know what I mean, cleaning the dirt up and getting the shit back like it's supposed to be.
Long as it's all good, man. I mean, sometimes you got to get clarity on the situation, and I know our media will put some shit out there to just kind of, and it's all since a lot of people don't realize a lot of shit you read in the newspaper is sensationalized, and they don't always have the facts. You want to depend on them to be accurate, but if you know, and you be like, that ain't even true. That's some bullshit. So I seen the article. A lot of people were commenting on the article in the 414. The People's News Network. Christopher Lawrence is in the chat room. He says, Ian, you didn't tell me the host was this common sense. The Negro Whisper makes a lot of sense. He gets it. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for tuning into the show. Share the show, please. Share the show. You're welcome anytime. Beauty said, I need to know about these monkeys in Mississippi. Well, they're all dead now.
Boy, them monkeys dead.
It was a black girl killed it.
Yeah, the last one.
Yeah, she said, it was either the monkey or my baby.
But then all these monkeys had AIDS and all kinds of stuff, right? Kamar, they had diseases. They were experimental
she
monkeys.
said it's either the monkey or my baby. That thing gotta go. She went through the right procedures. I watched her. I watched her interview. She answered all the questions the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't say no bullshit. She talked about how she used her gun and the decisions she made, the process she went through as far as calling the right people at the right time. You know what I mean? So she did everything like she was supposed to, man. I'm proud of that shit.
You don't kill no monkey.
It could have went way left.
God damn it.
You shoot a sick monkey that got AIDS. What you talking about? She ain't in jail. She ain't in jail. The monkeys got loose.
When they arrest her ass, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for her. You hear me?
This shit already happened last week.
They didn't arrest her.
It don't make no difference. There have been times when you were discharged a firearm I'm really being sarcastic and funny because
I don't understand, they don't want no niggas. You mad because she shot the monkey?
They don't want no niggas killing nothing.
Hey, in the interview, she talked about how she feared for her life and her child's life. You know what I mean? Like I said, she said all the right stuff. She got interviewed by the police. She went through all that. You know what I mean? She was at home doing the interview.
Dead monkey walking.
Dead monkeys on the scene. There you go. Well, I will say this, Kev.
If you ain't on next Monday, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be hitting that highway Tuesday night. I'm going down to the great state of South Carolina, man. So wishing you a safe trip. Ride through these funky-ass Confederate states. So I'm going to try to leave here at a decent time because I don't like riding through the Confederate states at nighttime. You know, maybe if I have a Orlando orange shirt on and they be like, I know Orlando, they be like, oh, that's that good nigga. We gonna give you a pass on that one right there. But I'm gonna go on and get up out of here, man, because I gotta get some rest, man. I'm gonna fuck with you though. You already know that, man. Happy birthday to you too, man. You feel me?
Safe travels, Dion. Just don't be a jerk. That's all you have to worry about.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna say I know you, and you just.
Well, then you should be all good. You should be all good, my pimp. All clear.
I know Orlando.
Just call me. I got you.
You gonna fuck around, get out there and say Orlando name and get your ass whooped out the frame.
I know Orlando.
He gonna be in Milwaukee laughing like shit. I didn't tell him to do that shit and use my name. What the fuck's wrong with
this? I don't represent all Republicans because there are some racists. It's like some racists on the Democratic side. But just let me know what I can do for you, Big Dion. I'll keep my microphone open to give you a clear path on through. Let them go through, Smokey. Let them go through.
He got a CB. See, you know y'all redneck. He got a goddamn break around now. This is Orlando, the black dove. The black elephant.
Outlaw speaking. Let them ride through.
Right. Don't use my shit. They might think I'm with y'all. I ain't with that shit. Who that nigga on that name?
I will say this. I don't know William Morris or Maurice or whatever we were saying about him and I have a 9-hour conversation. That's a long conversation that I spent on the phone or talking face to face with him. But if I said something to your brother, William, that you don't agree with, I can understand that. But I'll tell you this, Mr. William, I'll say it again before I take it back. Understand? I'll double down on it. So if you don't like what I said, man, that's not on me. That's not on me. It's on you.
Well, okay. I'm glad you made that clear. Listen, it's been a tremendous joy. I was off Monday because of my birthday, and we should be back on next Monday. Our schedule should be pretty regular, y'all. So please keep supporting the show. I really appreciate it. And I wanted to just comment on this before we go into get our OG moment so we can go night, as my man say. For the first time in 30 years, there's no hip-hop music on the charts.
Wow.
What does this mean? What does this mean? And I speak to hip-hop. I am entirely a child who is part of the hip-hop generation. And hip hop is the soundtrack to my life. So to me, you can't get too old. It's like people say, you old now. No, the hip hop I came up on was the most dynamic and most progressive form of expression Black people had invented since we had come up with funk, since we had come up with blues, since we had come up with jazz, since we had come up with R&B. You see the pattern here, right? But it was a dynamic art form. And over the years, corporate greed and misinformation and materialistic kind of misinformation degraded hip-hop music. This is why you heard me say two of my least favorite eras in hip-hop history were the Cash Money and No Limit eras, because above and beyond everything else, I think they were all about selling drugs in your own community, committing genocide against your own people, and then flashing the wares you earn from their destruction in their face. So it's about me having 36-inch rims on my truck and diamonds in my mouth. But how did I get them? I got them by selling dope in my neighborhood to my own people. I got them by willing to be able to shoot and kill another man or rob another man to be able to have a certain look or put out a certain image. Okay. I said that I felt like those two eras being kind of like back to back the way they were led to a decade of hip hop just being degraded and just slowly deteriorated. Now, if you're from the South and you say, Kev, no, as just coming up from the South, this was dope for us. It was a chance for us to represent and talk about what we were going through. I think maybe perhaps you should even look at the big picture. Now, maybe you enjoyed the music and maybe, you were young, but look at it for what it is now. Listen to it for what it is now. Listen to some of the things that are being said. And a lot of times those messages were directly broadcasted to kids, because if you were my age during that time, they were no longer marketing hip hop to us because we were 30 years old, 26 years old. So this is the message that kids were getting. Hip hop. I need a hood rat bitch.
I was just making sure.
Oh no, Kev. Hey,
hold on. Just give me a second. Just give me a second because I know everybody don't agree with this.
Man, back then I was looking for a hood rap bitch.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. I don't deny the people who say that music is part of how they grew up. What I'm saying is look at it now. Look at the messages that it relayed now. So I was a tremendous Too Short fan as a youngster. I am now a fully grown, mature man. Even as much as I love Blowjob Betty back in the days, I cannot actually ride around to that right now. You know what I mean? Like some of those messages are just kind of productive. And so it's no surprise that we get to a point where hip hop has no hits, that it's out of hits. Hopefully it will go back to its essence and become an underground art form that we control again, that we get to say. So we've been looking at a generation of young men with tight ass jeans and purses, with their fingernails done, with piercings in their face and tattoos on their neck. That comes directly from this uber degraded, corrupt culture that hip hop became over the last 20 years. Drill music, like, you know, all this kind of music that is just so bad. I feel like that's why there's no hits, because there's no quality, there's no validity in the music. I know everybody has their own opinion of this. That just happens to be mine. I'm happy there's no hits. I wanted to get back to where it was. Females, we let y'all in charge. We let y'all take the game, and y'all have driven it into the ground, because I can't remember the last female rapper that didn't talk about her pussy or giving some head on a record. Y'all all are a one-trick pony, and you have ruined the music. So congratulations to all of y'all. Go ahead, Kamar. You smiling at me, you laughing at me like this nigga's crazy. Go ahead.
No,
man.
I wasn't laughing at that at the end part. I was laughing with you. I was just saying, you know what I mean? Like with that music is I was in that lifestyle, like when Master P and them was rocking it. And with the verses, what I noticed was, you know what I mean, like No Limit was about selling dope. That was one thing I was doing. I was doing a lot of back then, you know what I mean? And dope houses that they talking about, cooking the ghetto D and all that type of shit. But then when I go to the club, shit, it was Cash Money popping in the club at the time. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that's why a lot of motherfuckers rocking with it, and you know what I mean, rock with it back then, because they was that lifestyle that they was into. Just like the young people nowadays, the shit that we don't rock with, you know what I mean? They into it. But we just can't get with it. And so like we talk about them.
Wrong though.
Then we talk about what they stood for. I mean, shit, all the rappers back then stood for the same shit. Hell, I rock with JG, and they got songs talking about beating women up and all kind of crazy ass shit, and you know what I mean? So all the rappers got a little of that foul shit in them and represented the bullshit. You know.
So let me answer this question.
Yeah.
Let me answer this question, Kamar. You just spoke on that lifestyle that you long ago abandoned and accepted that it was counterproductive and that it was foul, right?
Right.
So even as a fan of the reverence of it, because there's memories involved, you can at least admit there was no real positivity. That was some foul shit. I'm asking Kamar.
Yeah. All I feel like all the music back then was like that. You know what I mean? Unless it was some conscious music, I feel like all of it was.
But there was conscious music.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said. Unless it was conscious music.
Right. So any gangster rap,
all the gangster rap, all that shit was foul.
Right. That's my point. That's all I wanted to hear. Just as long as we can agree on that. Sean, you are in this generation. What you think about?
Who can argue with that though, Kid? Who's going to argue with that though?
Well, I might if you allow me to.
I'm sorry.
No, I agree, man. You know, we got caught up in it, and we glorified it. We lived it, but it was dysfunctional and it was adverse, and we are suffering from it now. Hip hop was about the voice, right? You know, and now the voice ain't talking.
How do we feel about the verses?
I think the verses was they were without substance. They were without substance. That's how I
really.
Yes, they were.
Sean, I love your point of view, Sean, but I gotta admit, The No Limit versus fucking
they were without, but they
good.
were without substance. They tell me something positive that either one of those groups.
I know where you
deliver.
I know where you're going, and Sean, I fucking agree with you.
Just like Kamara, I was a part of that. You know what I mean? I live.
It's still better than what's going on right now. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's not. What's going on now is because of the acceptance of that. We accepted that, right?
Son, you right.
We
I hate
lived
to say
it,
but you're right. Goddamn, you're right.
We allowed it to not just be birthed, but we helped raise it.
Yep, he ain't wrong.
Preach.
You right, Sean. You right. Keep going.
So, Sean, the whole point of this is
he's right.
Let me add this for everybody. I want to add this to the conversation.
But he's right.
What's missing? What's missing is the diversity. And Kamar kind of touched on this. He kind of touched on this because yes, there was that section of rap. There was that rough street rap, but there was a lot of positivity. There was Will Smiths and there was Heavy D's. There was New Jack.
But they was mobsters.
There was right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, but they sold records and they made money. So I'm saying it depended on what you chose, what message you chose to take to kind of get involved in. But I think now that diversity has been removed because they only want to show us in one light. They don't want to show us in that positive light or the fact that we can do more than what they kind of pigeonholed us to do. And so you don't get the X-Clans, the BDPs. Right. You don't get the Poor Righteous Teachers, the Brand Nubians. All you get now is little funk, and he only talking about dumping a stick on somebody.
I want to add another perspective to that too, right?
That's kind of dope.
I ain't even gonna say it's all our fault. You know what I mean? Because see, we wasn't the biggest consumers of hip hop, really. You know what I'm saying? White people was buying that music. White people was powering that whole destructive hip hop movement. You know what I mean? We was talking about where we come from, the shit we was going through. You look at the NWAs, they was talking about police brutality, you know what I mean? And all that type of shit. Like, so some rappers was getting political about it. But when you look at who was really putting the dollars into the hip hop, making the record companies produce the people who they was producing, it was white people powering those record companies, spending their money on that shit. We was bootlegging music.
But we
was bootlegging music, then they start streaming it. So black folks,
we talking about these independent artists. We're not talking about the companies now, because the independent artists, they showed us how to get money, right? Showed us how to get money without that system. But what did they deliver in showing us how to get this money, right? Okay, get this money by selling dope, pimping on bitches, robbing, killing. Hey, we gonna push it, right? Whereas even though them companies, they were playing our people and still plagiarizing and putting out bullshit, but they were also allowing positive groups to have a space.
True.
You know what I mean?
And, it's true.
And we don't have that now, man. NBA YoungBoy is not on fire right now. I don't even understand what he's saying.
I was gonna say, hold on.
To be fair, that's not for us though. That's really not. It's not. It's not marketed towards us. And
it is kind of
the audience that he captivates is a young group of kids.
Group of kids.
Who's 50? I'm not. Most of the 50-year-olds I know ain't bumping NBA YoungBoy.
I don't even know.
I don't even know 2 songs though, bro. But the thing is, though, he's popular. But I was gonna say,
why though? Why though, Ian? Why? Everything he's popular about is negativity.
I hate to say it though, but my nigga Sean, you right.
Is what?
No, he right. He ain't lying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about NBA YoungBoy.
NBA YoungBoy is popular.
Go ahead, Orlando.
I gotta say, for the one I won't call out, bro. You know, Kev, and this the show alone. We've never done fanboys really well. And I just say, you stand on what you believe in, and you don't have to agree with it. It's okay to disagree respectfully. So you don't have to do this. I mean, I've heard you for like 3
Y'all niggas wow.
I support it. You love Outlaw Radio. You want to be a contributor to the movement. I'm with it. But man, come on, stop all the you right too. And he got a point too. And come on. I'm just saying, just do you, cuz it's cool.
What is that?
You don't want no enemies. I get it.
What is drinking, Kamar?
I'm with it.
I was trying to get to Orlando. I don't know how Orlando. You from our age, so I know you was immersed in the culture then, but I know you became kind of religious, and over the years you probably haven't been in hip hop as much as like some of us may be, because you've been in church. But I wanted to get your take on how you felt about now we're at the point where for the first time in 30 years, there's no hip hop in the top 100.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I was a lover of hip hop, and through my my own growth and development, things changed. But yeah, I remember the MJG and 8 Balls. I remember a lot of the great hip hop that I thought that was good, and I did see the transition. And I can say, yeah, I knew Too Short, and I was like, yeah, and I rock with it as well too. But I can see now where that influence didn't necessarily end well. I can also see now where today's rap, because I don't listen to it at all, but I do see the glimpses or whatever that come across my feed, and I can say that I don't see the lyrical mastery of hip hop or the storytelling, right? Biggie, Tupac, I go back further, MJG and 8 Ball, UGK, Goody Mob. I wasn't schooled in Georgia, so Goody Mob was huge, and Outkast, the whole swab machine down there, so I get it, right? And I just don't know if there's enough content that creates thought anymore to offset, even when Luke, I don't necessarily say I was a Luke fan, but I can say that probably the elements around the Luke fans and that whole movement of
the booty in the videos, you could say it, the booty. Nobody listens to a Luke song for the song.
I still know the words.
Right. And that whole, you could help me out with the whole type of music from, in the butt, doing the butt from the movie, that whole DJ, I forget what they call it, that file, this form of music. Things have changed.
From Washington, shit.
School days. The butt was in school days. Y'all, I'm not as old as y'all. I'm just in 6th grade.
I want to go about the form of music.
I forget
that originated in Washington.
Oh, you talking about go-go?
Go-go. There you go. And so, I'm just not. I'm not surprised today, Kev, where it is as far as is it not hitting in the top 25 for awards. I'm not surprised. It's really. I'm not trying to throw shade at nobody, but I don't. From what I see, and I kind of fall in and fall out. I don't see a lot of creativity or ability. I just see a lot of. It's
homogenized.
It's clever sometimes.
And I want to say this too before we move on. Before we get Ian's take on this, when it comes to hip hop now, like I'm desensitized. We're all desensitized by booty, right? Like, and I said that to say, when you see Megan Thee Stallion and she turns around and she starts twerking, are you surprised? Are you captivated? Are you no? She's literally been doing the same thing for the last 7 years. And these are little kids who really shouldn't even be confronting sexuality at such an early stage. Are seeing this and they're thinking they're hearing this kind of filth, and it's corrupting them in terms of how to conduct themselves in relationships. The birth of my daughter kind of changed a whole lot of shit for me, because I didn't hear Too Short the same. I didn't hear Pimps. I thought it was entertaining back in the days of listening to Kenny Ivy and Don Bishop Magic Wand. I thought, oh, that's just slick, until I had a daughter. And I was like, that's some bullshit. You come around talking to my daughter like that, I'm gonna put one in your ass. So it kind of changed. And no Diddy, I don't mean that kind in your ass, but I'm just saying. Lord. I'm just saying. So listen, Ian, what's your take on this? We got a little time left. I talked to everybody. I want to get your take on hip hop. I'm asking you not about the verses. about hip hop not being in the top 100 for the first time in 30 years.
Kev, first and foremost, you never should have asked me about this.
I can mute you if you want me to.
Don't mute me. Don't mute me.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep you
like I was saying about Orlando. Orlando is.
We're gonna be here a while.
What the hell, Capo?
My bad.
You supposed to have my back. You supposed to have my back, Capo. Hey, Kev, do you see when I'm looking at him?
I just want you to answer the question, bro. I don't know where you're going with this.
Everybody on here wanted to answer the question.
Kamar gonna be the forgot his OG moment in a minute. He's like,
look at Kamar. He look like he's asleep right now. Look at Kamar's face.
Oh my god,
right now.
Oh man.
God.
No, Kevin, ask me the question. Go ahead.
Oh,
you know what? Let me go to the chat.
That's all right. Yeah.
So I want to finish this up. Ace, we didn't get to talk to Ace. Shout out to you, Ace Cooley. You know you one of the Outlaw
Ace
family.
Been chilling. Ace
said,
been
wow,
cool.
I'm late. I see y'all got the clowns on the show tonight. He said, I see y'all got clowns on the show tonight. You said clowns plural with S. Who's the second clown?
Damn.
He said he meant clown singular. He meant clown singular with just no S. Beauty said, she said, y'all all on this platform can redo hip hop 2025. I pass. A little too old to throw my hands in the air and wave them like I just don't care. Beauty said she loved DJ Quick. I do too.
DJ Quick is the shit.
One of my heroes musically. A lot of the shit Quick talked about was kind of productive, but he was a brilliant musician. So I love to hear his music. A lot of
Quick
stuff
is the shit, by the way.
Sonya said, "Oh my goodness, really?" Yeah, TLC was cool. I think TLC was cool if you were a female. I've never. Of course. I didn't bump TLC. I didn't.
TLC was dope.
That's for the girls.
That's not rap.
But Sonya Thor said, "I like the blues coming up. I really love the blues still. I do too. I love the blues. I love live instruments. Period. Yeah. I'm a funk enthusiast. If it's funk in it, I'm listening to it from Parliament all the way up. That's my favorite music." Beauty said, "Woo, this is so funny. My mama always said a drunk ain't poop." She didn't want to cuss, so she said a drunk ain't poop. Beauty said some people just don't need liquor. Ace said Orlando Zionist homies was and is controlling the audio waves. They needed to fill up the prisons. As a matter of fact, they saw in a lot of these states that promised to keep their privatized prisons full. He's saying that's what ruined hip hop.
Okay.
Sonya Thrower says, I don't even think he know what he's saying. It's just noise he's making. She said, Beauty said, boo, don't drive tonight. This is Orlando. He's responding to William in the comments, William Maurice. Sonya Thrower's laughing. Kerry Walker Jones said, people are more involved in controversy than music. Yeah, when that outshines, that kind of overtook quality. Like the how much are you hot? Did you just get shot? Are you going to jail? Who you dating? You know what I'm saying? How many babies you got? Some of these dudes got like 12 babies by 11 women at the same time, and just it's celebrated. Kamar, I know it took us a while to get here, my brother, because I don't think this might be the longest we ever stayed on. Hit us with some OG shit, man.
Please.
3 hours. 3 hours.
Where the real OGs at? Listen, fellas, don't be so humble to where you forget who the fuck you are and what the fuck you done accomplished. Oatmeal was better than oatmeal. Stop me when I'm lying.
OG shit, man. Peace and love to y'all. Hit up Kamar. Go down there in Sherman Phoenix, get you some elderberry or whatever have you. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to everybody who calls. Shout out to everybody who shares the show. Go to Sean's event, the event supporting people who've lost their lives via trafficking. And is that your book?
This is my new book. It's a manual. Adam needs to read this.
Okay.
Adam needs to read this.
Put it in the People's News Network so we can share it.
I will.
Okay. We'll see y'all Monday, man. Peace and love, man.
Peace and love, family.